expansion or contraction. That's the point.
It's
That's
like it's like
crazy.
sizzling. It's like fire. It's like
Now,
sizzling.
where is it at now for like right from September? Or did you create this animation before?
He doesn't
Because
create
if
the
you
animation, it's just played on the it's one of the
Oh, okay.
indicators.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was so because if we could see that same basically that same this same essential pattern or fire pattern, whatever, like you were saying, if we could see that coming into September, then that would kind of prove the point that this is just one repeating cycle. So if that's on this way now,
we look like it's.
This is the
You guys
whole
have no
chart.
idea. You guys have no idea. This.
oh,
this
is it
right
the whole chart?
here,
I'm not looking at
Yeah.
it.
guys, this right here, this tube, is this from here to here.
That's September at the end.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
so-
gonna keep getting
so it-
wider
today.
and wider.
So it's gonna
It's
explode.
close. It's
You're
close.
saying that it's gonna
Yeah.
be it's gonna go to like 1.2 or higher.
No, that one's
You're
the start
saying
of June.
tomorrow.
It's feeding into itself. So that one's just a smaller version of June.
It's just a smaller version of it. Exactly.
So
So it's
like
a
the
bottleneck.
gaping mouth into the June, that's where we're
Yeah.
at now. That's
Yeah,
the gaping
my-
mouth that we have now.
My tits are actually jacked.
Yo, so what happened with the Astro and the two dudes?
But you can see how the ripple
Any of
before,
that revealed or what?
like look at this, like this, like the before January, it's actually like all right, like the movement, the shaking, right, of fractals. But when you get to June to January, it's actually decreasing. Here, it's not even existent anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen?
It's amazing, Edward. Good
come
find, man.
What,
Look at
what do you
this.
think will happen come like October 1st?
That's when it stops. That's when it stops. Boom,
It's
it's
like-
done.
It,
doesn't even
like
move.
it's game over
I mean, it's
because no
just
one's
about to
gonna
take a
have
big-
that much money.
Look how so.
And then at the
here's-
same time, there's the real
it doesn't
estate
even
shit
move.
going on.
Like, it's crazy.
Ed,
It's
So
so
what's
crazy.
this gonna come out to? I mean,
Hedgies are fucked.
I don't know.
It's here.
So
That's what it
this,
is.
whatever this is, it's about to. You see how it got like got
Like,
like
imagine you
tighter,
make
they
yeah.
really wanted to constrict, and when it got so tight, it popped out,
Popped
and
a
it's
little bit, yeah.
about to move the whatever this constriction was. I mean, there's news like 20%, 20,000% short interest, but this thing it started that.
would it increase their
it just
short
wants to
interest
throw up.
position?
What's that?
Would that cause them to like increase their short position to delay it another week, like to actually
so-
get it to like stupid percentages?
Whatever this is right here, this kind of shows when they were trying to squeeze this and constrict it, it didn't work. This is where it popped in, and they try to do it again here, and this is where it
Chaos.
completely reversed. This is
So
where
it's
it
like-
completely reversed.
AMC's
Chaos, you
creating
should
a
be unmuted.
tolerance to their bullshit.
They
Like
tried
every
it here
time they
too.
do something, but like every time they do something, the algorithm becomes more tolerant to it, to the point where like it's like an alcoholic that drinks like 20 beers a day and is not drunk.
Right. I mean,
That's-
this shows
What a
just how much. Look, can you see? Look how much, how small the fractals are here. I mean, this is where it popped. That's where they're large. Look how large they are here. It's like
Yeah.
January is happening every single day on here.
Oh my god!
That's how big they are. Here, it doesn't even show you. It's like normal
And
stuff.
is
Here.
that
They didn't have to work
Yeah,
as
and
hard.
this has
You-
and these indicators like actually have nothing like to do with price.
Oh,
besides
they
the
have
volatility.
everything to do with price. They show you
like,
they-
But it doesn't matter that it's $50 as opposed to $40. It's more important the volatility of it from going
Volatility,
like
yeah.
like
Look at
30.
this.
Yeah, that's
So,
why
like,
Astro was saying the VIX, because that's what it's following.
But
watch this. Watch this.
do you
this-
think they understand that like the more
You can see
volatile
the
they make
spikes.
it, the worse?
You can see when it crosses over like this blue line. This is like probably when you need to get out, because it's just gonna keep going down. And look at this. It's very close to where like the 30 MA and 200 MA when they cross over into a downfall. And then when they come back together, guess what happens? This thing is about to cross over tomorrow.
So you wouldn't even think about what price AMC needs to be. You would be looking at these three charts to determine.
Oh, this thing's sick.
The
Look at
decline.
this. Look at this. It doesn't lie.
Like,
When
and
this
everyone's about
crossed
to
over,
realize exactly what you're
look how
talking about.
consistent this is. 200 MA crossed over the 30 MA, and then
Could that create
the
an
blue.
infinite money? Like, because if you put this on YouTube and it goes viral and people just understand these two things, that once it starts MOASing, no one's going to be left the bag holder because everyone can see when it starts. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself, but dude, this shit's crazy.
It doesn't
They're so
always.
smart.
It doesn't always like fully trend. Like you can see when this crossed over, this is when the trend started. But to dictate when it's gonna end is where it's really hard because here it kind of like ended,
So
but it's it just
the orange is
consolidated.
volatility, right? Orange is volatility. And
Orange.
then what's the blue?
Orange is bearish volatility. Blue is bullish volatility, indicative of plus and like positive and negative.
Can you run
So
this on
what
GME
is
also?
what is
Look
over
at this.
1 mean?
And the velocity, I mean, in the volatility is the spread of it, how far apart they are.
Exact when they're far apart, it's showing at the very peak how much strength of. You can see this everywhere, guys. Look at this.
So
Remember
the more
these spikes
extreme
I
it
was
gets,
talking about?
the stronger
These are the carrots.
we get.
These are the bloated carrots that they're trying to suppress. Where it's like massive buying, and look at this
So the blue is
massive dip.
following the stock,
It's just insane.
and the orange is.
This is how
I
is
think
this
it's time
like
for some
not
Jack
obvious?
Daniels.
But how is this not obvious?
Now we're talking. Hey man, what do you think about us
Right?
being slightly under VWAP here? We're like just beneath it at the moment. You think we're gonna break through it as of Friday morning?
We're about to cross over. If you look at this is about to end right here.
Do you not?
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Tell me
In
more, baby.
pre-market, in pre-market, it's about to retrace. Once this breaks, once 200 MA breaks that 30 MA, this is gonna skyrocket tomorrow.
Dude,
It
we're
already
about
broke.
to party.
It already
like
broke.
it's-
The stock already broke over it. The 200 MA.
Dude, we're gonna party like it's 1999.
Yo, is boss
Easy son of a bitch, you did it.
How does
How
GME
did you know?
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
So you're saying my $55 put
Never
calls may not be fucking bankrupt?
Welsh.
Wait, so
like
what
my
would you say a yellow
How are you gonna
call
tell
for
if that
tomorrow would
crosses
be?
the stock, though?
We have to retrace back to 200 MA
I
tomorrow.
can't hear you, bro.
Can I ask
Yep.
a question?
Everybody's talking over each other.
What I missed out on. I lost thousands of dollars in the last 2 hours. I just got here.
What up? Wait,
Oh,
so
God.
what do you
Turn
think
your mic on.
if you were gonna yellow call at 9:30 or like 9:40, see how it is? Like, if it's going up, what do you think a good strike would be?
You know when you YOLO on calls right here.
Where,
That's when you YOLO on calls.
How that makes a difference.
Anytime it takes a dip,
No way.
that's when you YOLO on calls.
but do you think like going 55 strike would be crazy tomorrow?
I'm sorry.
'Cause I don't know. I'm
it's like-
feeling kind of spicy. I'm feeling.
I would not buy calls for tomorrow.
I've
I'd
never
buy calls 2 weeks
ridden
out.
options. I don't know. I'm a idiot ape, dude.
For the love of
Yeah,
God, somebody
I don't
say
know.
it. Please put more time on your options. This is not financial advice,
Yeah.
but don't buy,
Yeah, yeah, one more
options
time.
that expire this week or next
Yeah,
week.
just
Go
buy
fucking further out, please.
I'm gonna debunk
That's
your
some
red
good-
day because this is not looking like a red day.
That's
But
some good
we'll see.
financial
We'll
advice.
see. We'll see in pre-market.
Bossblunts, you the man.
Yeah, I was
When did
about
you
to
say
go
you need to-
crazy.
When did you say you need to start
We have
buying
not seen-
calls?
When the vortex indicator is where did I show? Hold on. You can actually see it here. When the bears cross over below, that's when you can buy. This is the worst time
How do you
to
know
buy.
it's going to be a big spike, though?
Look, this is the worst time to buy. This is the best time to buy. This is when you get
Okay.
out.
So this is like all you really gotta look at.
This is day traders' wet dream.
This is
I
like
don't
the
time
easiest
frame is
day
that?
trade ever.
What's
I
up?
just
What
don't
is
have
it?
an
What time
interest
frame
in
is
day
that?
trade.
I'm
I
gonna
really
lose.
This
don't.
is on the 1 minute.
Like this is
Okay.
a cheat code, bro.
So you basically wake up 9:30. You're like, oh, okay, vortex indicator is hell is gonna cross over soon, and then you get out at here, and then you made what from 46.32 to 48.57.
But how do you
Wow,
know
that's
it's going to
good
be a
as
long wave?
Usually this is when it's spread out like this. When it spreads out, this shows a lot of like potential,
Okay.
especially on the 5-minute.
But that's
Yeah,
kind of how they want to
824.
fuck us. They want to fuck us with the
Look at this on the
allure of
5-minute.
options.
On the 5-minute, and you can see here
What's the name of
where
this
it
indicator?
spikes. Where it spikes, they didn't want that to continue, so they pulled it. They threw a lot of shorts, and actually 1.3 million. They like threw the opposite of that on there because they saw the spike happening. So they threw it. They like delayed it because this is supposed to be met right here, but it's delayed.
And do you think they're making their decisions overnight?
No, this is an algorithm, dude.
Yeah,
Like, dude, it's functional.
Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? It's everywhere. There is crazy buying here, and they're like the algo calculates it and it reacts to it, and it pushes the price down right here. It undoes the carrot that starts it right here.
Edward, what chart is this called, or what is it called? The
Vortex
indicator.
DI.
So
DI vortex.
do you think if we MOASS and the positive volatility just like goes to the moon and the bearish volatility just goes down, there's not even going to be volatility, it's just going to be straight up?
Yeah,
Because like
when
once those
MOASS
just break
happens,
apart,
it's gonna be massive candles, only green candles.
like
yeah,
that's
margin
it.
call will happen, and then
And
buying
it's-
will be shut off, except
And
for the
then no
people
one's
buying
gonna
back.
sell.
No
one's gonna sell 'cause
the
you can see all
crazy
this.
the crazy indicator will be the order book level 2. It will just eat up all the reds.
Yeah, the volume's going to be
For every
absolutely
buy,
nuts. and
So what kind of
everybody should be
numbers can
prepared.
this keep going up?
Everybody should be
I mean,
prepared for
what's-
multiple halts. There's going to be many, many, many halts
I mean, we saw it
when
back
this
in
thing's
June.
going
Yeah,
up, and we
days.
saw it back in you know what was that March or June? Sorry. So I just need everybody to know that be ready for that, and don't let your emotions get the best of you after 15 minutes of sitting there sweating after your portfolio just inflated hundreds of percent or dozens of percent. Don't freak out. Don't let your emotions take
Don't
over
fucking
and
paper
expect
hand.
that thing to get halted over and over and over, and don't be a paper-handed bitch.
Exactly. Number one thing: don't be a paper-handed Portnoy.
Yeah, boss
Hey,
Well,
what
blunt.
up,
that
fucking
guy
Barry?
is
idiot.
such a chump.
Yeah,
Dude.
man. I get.
And
Oh,
we're
you
live
guys want
streaming
to
on
paper hand
YouTube,
GME?
just so everybody knows. So if you
Bro,
want to
Boss
go out, check out
Hold
Boss
on, let me
Blunts,
show you
live
GME.
streaming Eduardo
the
Bridget,
man.
Bro Cobra, Wet Dirt Kurt.
Hey,
You guys are
Edward.
geniuses.
Hey, how did you pick 214? Is that 214 ticks under VI? It says VI.
Yeah.
Is that ticks? Or what is that?
That's fractals. That's the increase of.
Okay, so okay, I know you said that earlier, but when you were showing like this is what you're looking for, and you had it at 214, I didn't know if that was kind of a popular setting to watch.
Yeah, guys, you can see the same thing here up in here too. Look at that.
How do you
GME
play
doesn't
it
move.
out?
GME does not move. I'm pressing the up button. GME does not move, by the way.
Ed, can you do the same thing for maybe like Spurt or maybe one of the other stocks that has recently gone through a squeeze, just to see comparatively what these lines actually look like?
Well, it's not
Sure.
SBRT anymore. It's
Oh, that's right.
GRE.
It's still listed. It's still listed here.
Oh, okay, cool.
But the price action in the short interest has converted over to GRE.
I lost so much money on that SPRT crap.
Yo, dude, I'm looking at my P&L for my Webull account. Like it's
Yep.
like
it's the same
I
thing
only
here.
put $500 into it, and
It's the
my
same thing here.
P&L is showing that there's $400 less.
So it's
no movement whatsoever, and the squeeze just randomly happens.
Yeah.
Do you think GRE could?
Oh, look at that! Look at
Yeah,
that!
yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
it.
There we go. There we go. Play that one.
Look at this! Look at this, guys.
Oh my God! Holy shit! That's so sexy.
No, just wait for it. Just wait for it.
Wait.
Somebody help me twist my nipples.
I got you.
Wait, it's coming. It hasn't even hit yet.
Are you kidding? Look at it.
Yo,
gorgeous.
No, it did hit. It did hit. Yeah, that was.
Oh, here it comes.
It did hit.
Oh, butts
Yeah, it's gonna
touching.
hit right now. It's gonna hit right now. Here comes the fractal.
What are you guys talking
Oh,
about?
tweak it out, man.
Come on.
That was
Touch
quick.
tips. Touch
Okay,
tips.
we're there.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh,
That's it.
Again? You got stamina.
Yo, I have a question.
Look at
She's
that.
still coming.
Oh my,
She's
that's,
still coming.
that is the basket.
Yep.
I just came my pants.
That is the basket. Holy
I have
shit.
a question, guys.
How can we gauge that?
How do we see
that's
that
nuts.
on live? How do we see this live?
You
can't
don't
see
because
this
it's,
live.
Look at that. Look at this.
It's
Look at this.
delisted.
Look at this.
It got delisted, so you can't
Look
see
at
it.
this.
No.
That's-
I mean for AMC. How do we watch this
Do
live?
you guys see this? It covered. It covered.
So how much
It's
was it at
gone.
its peak?
It's gone. It's gone after that. It got black holed.
Yeah, it's true. The squiggle gets eliminated. As soon as it gets pulled down into there, it flattens out. It's now a straight line. Oh no, well it's kind of still there.
No,
It's
the
kinda-
fractal is gone.
Dude,
It
and
just-
then it
flips
does
itself.
like a whoop.
But you look how large it
No,
is.
but
Look how large it is.
Yeah,
Look how
yeah.
large it is.
That's so crazy, dude.
And then boom, it's gone.
It kills it.
Yeah.
That's so
there's
crazy.
this is called the disturbance of time and space.
Was
I'm
there
not
not
even
a
kidding.
peer in GRE?
The black hole.
You know what
Call it
that?
the black hole.
Can you show
You know
us
what that
AMC now?
spike represents? A
This is
bunch
the
of
Matrix
fucking
right now.
retards.
Yo, has anyone talked to Houston Wade about this? That like the
We're trying to get him on here.
The
We're
whole
trying to get him
entire
on here.
time, the
Busy.
whole entire time, it doesn't even move. Oh, let me do MMAT, dude.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that spike at AMC yet. That little spike that comes in and gets swallowed.
Yeah, it's happening. It's developing.
Yo, boss blunts, I got a question for you.
What's up, fam?
So, you know how you said there's gonna be a lot of holds, right?
Oh yeah.
From what I've heard also, and I've, a lot of people that have been actually bringing this up too. Being that there could be a lot of holds, could it be possibly that maybe the SEC wants to get it delisted or
happened here.
something? Could that happen?
No, it ain't going
it's
anywhere.
just a matter of fact.
It's not going to get
that,
delisted.
like,
It can't get delisted.
No.
No.
It's
Doesn't say under a dollar, does it?
This is MMAT for all those people watching who can't read that top left corner. It's MMAT, made of materials.
I don't.
Check out this
Well, Ed,
fractal.
where are you looking right now? Because I don't see the same thing.
They haven't even covered. They have not even covered MMAT.
I'm watching Edward's screen currently,
Do
bud.
you guys see this? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Whoa. Whoa.
Crazy.
What was that last one right there?
That's them not covering. It's supposed to
Yeah.
happen soon. It's like predicting space time.
How do you play this out on?
This is how massively it's shorted.
Point
Look at
at
that.
it. Point at what we're
That
looking at.
this hill is the same thing that happened in SPRT.
How do you play it out?
I'm going
Are you
down.
on
Like,
Webull?
do you see this on the left? Do you guys see this?
He's been watching this for days.
Do you guys see
I
this?
don't see anything on the left.
Oh, it says indicator settings. When I open up, like when I go on edit on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I think so. If you have like another window open on top of the overlay, we can't see it.
Let me try. Let me see.
Oh, so you're just clicking the indicator thing down. That's me. Wait,
It's increasing and
It
decreasing.
won't show it because the way Discord works is it only streams your window.
Yeah, he's just changing the period.
There we go.
Ah.
Do you guys see this?
Did you show Astro this?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yeah, I changed the entire window for my.
Oh, I see.
So
That
when
did
I
it. It got
play
your
the-
whole frame now.
Yeah, when I play this out.
See how she takes.
Look, this is where MMT hasn't covered. Look on the right side.
Numbers indicate though. Where's the scaling?
This means that the this happened when it's being shorted. Do you guys see how it came out of nowhere?
The number 22 and 12 right there. They just put in 10, like the inputs right there. Where are those numbers made?
They're increasing the fractals. It's like it's
Okay.
like extending to show the bigger picture.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. This came out of nowhere.
Did you show Astro this?
Not yet.
I think
This-
he's probably playing pool.
Right when the merge happened, look at this. Watch that orange. Watch what happens. It just passes through space and time.
Replay it again.
So a whole bunch of shorts opened up right after that, and they
This-
haven't been covered at all. So they're going
Look at this.
across.
It does not change. It keeps its stance.
It stays at this level, 154, 151 up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the shorts haven't even been covered. They're still short going all the way across.
And this shows
Yo,
this
I'm
shows
selling
the
the rest of
How
my
do you
volume to
reduce
go
it?
balls in.
So what number should we put it at though?
no, they didn't cover SPRT, guys. It's now green,
You're
but
talking
I'll
about
show you green.
you're talking about metal
Let's
materials,
see
right?
green.
Yeah, you won't be able to play it though.
Yeah, will it have enough data?
Should have enough data.
Did they merge them?
Well, SPRT
Yeah.
now
No,
is
no, they didn't.
GRE.
What's the best period to put that on?
That's what I want to know.
How about BBIG? That's another one that got done.
You heard, Edward? What's the best period to put that on?
Is
The
that the
indicator.
short entering with SPRT on the far left? It's just a huge block.
Edward.
Yeah, hold on. I think it's just panic sell off.
You would also say BBIG is a good move.
It looks like it's a panic sell off that happened in the very opening. You can actually see it's actually moving fairly normal.
Yeah.
So metal materials, I mean, it should squeeze too, right?
Yo, this
lot of-
my indicator.
I think all of them are going to squeeze.
Can you show people
what
the?
just?
Could you show people
BBIG?
AMC one more time if you don't mind, brother? Because people wanted to see what the hell's going on over there.
Sure. Let me show BBIG real quick.
Yes, of course.
Yo, I'm showing
also-
AMC on
Also,
TradeView.
GameStop.
Yeah, I was gonna say after you're done doing this, please also show GameStop.
So would you say that like a lot of
Yep.
there were a lot of
BBIG.
bullshit? There were a lot
That's
of
the
bullshit.
black hole, right there.
Yeah, it's frozen. It's freezing up. Yep, it's freezing up already.
What is the
This is
black
way
hole
better
mean
than
right
the
there?
RSI.
Wait, are these like pre-stages of like AMC? So is this gonna just like should follow
You can
the same
you can see this does not move at all.
Yeah, it's just the same fucking toothpaste bottle neck.
What? Oh, what was that?
What happens
These are
with this
bursting
thing?
time.
What was the ripple that went through it? That big old spike right there.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that spike, it's not going down at all.
You're
Those are
playing
the
it
shorts,
backwards,
bro.
though, right?
Yeah, that was backwards.
Yeah, I wonder what that means. That spike just doesn't go fucking anywhere.
Boom.
Yeah, it's still shorted.
Yeah.
It hasn't covered.
It means they haven't covered.
Yep, it hasn't covered. Yeah, I see how that still pops out. Yep.
It's supposed to pop
So-
out the other way,
So
right?
what's the indicator?
Edward, if
No,
you
no,
want to
no,
give
no,
a real
no.
good
If-
example
if-
of the movement,
if-
look at Amazon.
How are they not covering?
If it goes in like this and you can the spike continues into the vortex, the black hole hasn't happened yet.
Yo,
So
Edward, check out
You can
check
see it
out
right there.
on TradeView. You can go a lot deeper with these indicators.
I'm so bad with TradeView. I haven't used it.
Yo, check it out. I'm streaming.
Wait, what happens with this?
That just stayed there, I think.
Hey,
Yeah.
does anyone know Charlie Vid's Twitter handle?
I don't actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
do you want me to invite him? I'll just shoot him an
Oh,
invite
yeah,
here
you
to
put
the
a bunch
group.
of fucking numbers behind it.
Yeah, go for it.
Guys,
Shoot him an invite.
You guys
He's
are gonna
taking a
love
break.
Jimmy.
He posted yesterday he's taking a week off of Twitter.
Nah, I was talking to him
Do we have
earlier.
an instance where
Oh, it's
we
Walgreens.
know when
He'll
it's
come.
converted?
He'll come in here.
Guys, take a look at GME, by the way.
Wait, you guys have Charlie Vid's Discord?
Dude, this selling never goes over.
No. Watch this.
It's so steady. It's so steady on
Gotta
those
take this.
spikes.
I'll do it in a
It's
minute because I gotta take it
ridiculous.
off the screen to do it.
Look at
Actually, I'll
Jimmy.
do it from my phone. So keep going, brother.
Look
What
at
are we looking
GME.
at right here? Which stock ticker?
This is GME.
We're
Damn,
looking at
it's
GME
crazy.
right now, everybody.
It's
GameStop
frozen.
right here.
That's crazy.
It's
It's like a
frozen in
stalemate.
time.
It's literally
It's
a stalemate.
frozen in time.
Wow.
How the fuck? That is crazy.
Now compare that
That's
to
at
Amazon.
500 too?
Wait, can you do that again? Can you do that again, please? All the way through?
Wait, you're
Holy
playing?
fuck.
It's frozen in time.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Do that to
You're-
Amazon just to
You're
get a
hitting play
comparison.
right now.
Look at that. You guys see this? Look, it's coming. It's
No,
coming. It's coming. It's coming.
rolling
It's coming.
the number with the space bar or the arrow or his mouse wheel.
This never covered. This never covered.
Yeah.
What's the how do you know when they do?
We covered.
and
Because
goes
it
away.
flattens out the other way.
flattens out. This mic will go away.
Is this being recorded?
Somebody's playing it live.
No, I'm not recording it.
Yeah, Boss Blunts is streaming live on his
Blunts is
channel.
live.
With it.
You motherfuckers are live
Yeah.
on YouTube right now. There's several hundred people watching this right now, just so you know.
What's up?
Dude, they haven't covered it. Holy shit.
Welcome
could
Yeah.
to
that be
Interstellar.
when did that one start? Is that like the buy and put options that were called that were like deep in the money?
Where are we in June?
Let me look at the 1
Those
hour.
of you that were worried
Actually, 4
about
hour.
the halts and stuff, just put out a video a couple of days ago about it. So watch this video about
Oh, this is gonna give us
with
a bigger
the
picture. Hold
where
on.
you can put your own shares. And stuff.
Oh, it's spiked to 514. That's good
I
to
don't
know.
know, dude. You sound like a robot.
You were breaking up.
China? You mean China?
Guys, look at this. This is about to
Is
shit
this-
itself.
That black hole thing like stays together.
Huh?
Oh wow.
It was moving to the right.
Watch,
All
just
right.
watch. Nothing. Like it's completely frozen. Watch when I play
It's eating
when I play
everything.
backwards. When I play it backwards, here comes the big fractal. It's coming. Yep, there it is.
Oh yeah.
They never covered those. Look how it's building up. It's building up momentum. Look at that. That's where it came out of.
Wow.
Oh, so they had to really do that during like the 40-45 range.
What do you got on screen,
that
brother?
is them. That is them hiding it.
Yeah.
You guys see
With
this?
calls and puts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why the buy is next to the sell.
This is AMC?
Look at this.
What is this?
Look at this. This is
GME.
skipping. This is
GME.
skipping in time.
GME?
This is
Thank
a
you.
skip in time.
Fucking charts are
Look
identical.
what happens.
Right here?
That's them hiding right here. Watch, it's going through. They're still holding the shorts. Boom, they hit him. And it's like dissipated into the actual stock trading. Like it's like
Yep.
Yeah.
that's like how they're trading it basically. They're pretending like it's normal. What's another heavily shorted stock? Oh, let me do UV.
BBI.
AMC.
Let me do the
really quick.
VIX.
Can you put China? Can you put the vortex indicator on the same
That's
graph
lousy.
as the actual price?
What do you mean?
Like, could you overlay on top of that bottom graph the actual price? Or never mind, because that's not
Vortex doesn't dictate price. Vortex dictates buying and selling difference in fractals.
Volatility.
Are you able to overlap on top of yeah, okay.
Yeah, no price.
Because it's a different the axis is
Yeah,
different.
I wouldn't know how to do
so
that.
the best you could do is just put on top of it like a fractal that's like a week at a time and just start it from the beginning and then do the same for another graph on top that's just the price action. You're on GameStop right now, right?
No, this is VIX. It never
right.
touches. It never even touches.
Yeah.
Wow.
No cross or anything.
Nope, nothing.
Can you
So
do
whatever's
BCH?
happening here
Yeah.
is something. Actually, it touches here. I don't know why it touches. Oh, that's the
Contract.
July for some reason. Why does it touch there?
Hey, brother. Astro's telling us or requesting that we change to the weekly.
To the weekly and what on this?
That's what he said.
Okay.
He said, look at the vortex indicator on weekly time frame and do that ripple thing. Thanks, Astro.
Oh.
Astro's the man.
Weird.
Do you guys see
It's a
this?
fucking time warp, baby.
That's what I'm holding it. Yeah.
We're gonna have to go in the
date is that?
motherfucking DeLorean.
Hold on, watch this. Watch this.
Wow.
It's like a point on the graph.
So could it ever get above like 1.7?
This is what I'm saying. So imagine that's what's happening with AMC. Look at
Like
this.
could the
Guys, here is what I'm trying to tell you guys.
So could the bear
Do you guys see that? Like
volatility go to zero? Could that theoretically go to zero?
If they cover, yeah.
All right, like what were you saying?
Yeah, Edward,
Do I
go
see
back
what?
over that.
It like does a swirl. That's what's going on.
The black hole is the dark pool.
Can you go all the way up to 500?
Oh, is that when it went up to 13? Yeah, that's when it was going up to 13.
Interesting.
BACHF.
Wait a minute.
So
Isn't this vortex indicator like a reversal indicator? So
this is
it really kind of
bearish, this is
identifies that
bullish.
we're continuing in an uptrend. Like that uptrend is going to continue until that line passes through. Then we're going to be bearish in terms of a trend. Because isn't that what that indicator does?
Unless it's repeating itself.
Astro's telling us here to look at where it's making almost contact. That's where the price action corresponds. And then look at the VIX and use that on the VIX to help you correlate the price action.
That's where it makes almost contact right there. Right there. Go back.
Try 110.
And there.
Yeah, this is.
Go forward a little bit, please, again.
Go forward?
Yeah, one closer.
Yeah, just a little bit. Right, a little bit more.
A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go.
Right, take a look right there, where it's right as it's about to meet.
Yeah, go back. Yep. That's the singularity right there.
Hey, point at it. Point at it.
So if this was represented in a 3D way, this would be like what Astro was showing yesterday of a black hole as a 3D representation, and that like the singularity is when like the two indicators are a Venn diagram, but it's like almost curving over itself in a 3D form of what you're representing in 2D.
This is like the ripple in space-time of a stock, basically.
But you know
It's
what I'm talking
showing the
about with
yeah.
That would be the 2D representation of that, basically.
God, this thing is so. It is so spread apart. It's like as though.
Like how
this
it
is
is
all. This is all selling. Like this is what I don't know what that represents.
What are the dates for the
This is March
turnover since
2020.
MOASS?
This is the year 2020. This is when the COVID hit.
I guess it makes sense that they were selling because everybody was selling.
Yo, but then everything went crazy for like two months after that.
So you can see whatever COVID did here. This is actually far worse. You can see by what's going on right here. Do you guys see that?
So, do you think it's AMC is not actually a 20% short interest?
I think AMC and GME is showing that whatever COVID tried to attempt with completely destroying the global economy in crisis, AMC is going to do it. I think this is what it's showing.
It's going to do that again.
No, just future. Look at this. So this is where the whole entire market freaking declines because COVID shows this. Like this is where it completely declines.
What's the top graph?
That's 1350.
He's talking about the yellow.
It's UVXY.
UVXY. This is it goes against the SPY.
Okay, so in theory, this should squeeze even higher.
Oh yeah, this will squeeze higher. Because look what happens. Look what happens when it crosses over. When it crosses over, look, that's when it hits 1350.
Yo, hello.
What's up?
Hey, so let me blow some minds real quick.
Oh, it's you. Astro?
Oh, hell yeah. Did you get in here?
Yeah, motherfucker. What do you mean?
What up, Astro?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Welcome to the chat, brother.
That guy.
Finally.
Disrespect.
I thought he was sleeping on the couch.
Astro,
up,
did you see my AMC?
He saw all these lines at AMC and GME, and he had to come running.
Did you see the AMC version of this?
Let the man let Astro say he's about to blow our minds apparently. So let him speak.
Yeah.
So that yellow line that as it converges into the blue, if you look, the blue line is absorbing the yellow. That represents the pressure being built into the MOASS, at least in this dimension of it. There's other stocks that are doing this. In particular, GameStop. Here's the craziest part. And I wanted to make a video about this, but I just never got around to it. I feel like it's something the community should voice themselves instead of me as a singular person. The biggest infiltration of the apes, the biggest crime committed to us via propaganda is that GameStop and AMC are literally traded against each other, with VIX being the pivot point. If you look, they're on the inverse of the cycle, the overall cycle. I showed it earlier on stream how GameStop is poised like AMC was in late May, and AMC is poised like GameStop was in late January.
So what does that mean for
The
GameStop
entire
right
time
now?
they're being traded against each other, and the friction of doing that, with VIX being the pivot point, eventually creates a constructive interference, and that's when both of these things moon at the same time. But when they completely seemingly diverge, if you pull up a correlation indicator of AMC and GameStop, you will see that they are at the furthest most point of correlation, and that's when things go buck wild. That's where we're at. And what you're seeing with that, what was that? The vortex indicator.
Right.
That yellow line is literally feeding into the blue, and the blue line is serving as a cumulative rolling value. If you can do the weekly ripple thing animation with it.
Sure, I can try. Wait, I don't think it shows weekly. Hold on. Yeah,
Or
I
daily,
think,
whatever time frame it was
daily.
earlier.
Yeah, daily. It does only daily and 4 hour the max, I think.
1 second. There we go. Okay. Look at where the yellow and the blue intersect. You see how the yellow is feeding into the blue line as you pass through time?
Yeah. This is where it starts. That's where it begins.
Yeah. So now run through that again.
Hold on, should I show the price too? I mean the chart.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Which chart are we looking at, brothers? AMC, right? Yep.
I got to do it inverse.
There you go. And then, actually, no, go to the weekly again. Go to, you had it right. W at the bottom. Yeah, and then zoom in a little bit. There you go. A little bit out. Yep. And now do that animation again. Can you pull in like another 2 months of time on the left? Like zoom out so that you have to. Yep. Perfect.
Should I squeeze it in because it's showing like now differently? Hold on.
Zoom in a little bit just so it doesn't screw it. There you go. Yep. See how that yellow line is trying to maintain that same geometry? That same geometry also looks like the tomahawk pattern that forms right before you run. That's the pressure building up right there. But it was feeding into the blue line originally.
This is That was inverted. This is forward. This is forward in time. Watch
back.
how the sausage basically like exits into this black hole.
Yep. You want to know where that black hole leads to? GameStop.
Yeah.
The medium for it is the VIX.
Can you explain how that works, brother? What do you mean when you say that? I know that it sounds easy to you, but explain that in simpler terms.
Yeah. So basically, you can create a. Is there an echo, or is that?
I hear echo.
That's because I'm watching the stream of on Discord. 1 second, sorry.
Body's echoing.
Dude, oh my god, this thing right here. Look at this. It didn't go. It
Can
didn't.
you run them together, AMC and GameStop?
I can't do them together, unfortunately. It just like resets the graph.
Actually, no. You should be able to. Do the in the top left, you see the grid icon?
I can't run the vortex indicator when I'm doing two charts.
Yeah, it requires him to be. It requires him to be in the window using his arrow.
Yeah, it requires me to be in the window.
No,
so when I
take the time. Go to the top left.
I'm so noobish to this. I only know how to use one.
Top
Top left.
you'll see the blue icon that's highlighted, the pencil icon, the candles.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Click the pencil. Actually, no. Click the grid.
Yeah, I know it's the grid. It opens up, but it opens up the second
There's an
chart.
option that allows you to sync everything.
Yeah, but when even if I click on this, it doesn't work.
Turn off symbol.
Symbol.
Turn off. Yep, and turn everything else on.
Okay.
Yep. Now click over by the do that. I'm sorry. Actually, go to the drop down of the grid icon. To the right.
Oh, okay. See.
Yep, and then click. Yep, just like that. Where the 1, 2, like vertically.
This one or vertically? Okay.
Yep. Now pull up GME.
Oh, okay. Thank you, dude. I did not know.
Yep. And now click auto in the bottom right.
Hold on, let me hide the other indicator. How do I hide that? Okay, now I can't hide the other indicator.
No, you're good. You're good. And then scale up the vortex a bit on GME. Yep. And now, yep, you're good. And now go ahead and run that animation through, or the scrolling, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, but you may want to make the time scale.
There you
on
go.
top
Look
of,
at that.
Put May on top of May.
I need to match it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
match it. Yeah.
Where is it? Is it right here? September? Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
you're good.
offset. Oh, no, it's offset. Hold on.
Ooh.
I'm almost
No,
there.
just line up the ends.
The what? No, it's almost lined up.
Oh, you're good now. My bad.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got it. Yeah. Yeah. You probably got a lag, Astro.
AMC and GameStop.
There you go. See how that
Great.
curve of absorption is the exact opposite figure of what do you call it? AMC. There's
Look
this
at this.
there's a point of singularity where the trading that is occurring, where there's different ways that this can be structured as far as like a trading strategy goes. But if you're trading AMC and GameStop as pairs that are inverse of each other, but so if you're buying long on AMC and shorting GameStop at the same time and using the VIX as your like gas pedal, essentially, where the more the VIX is running up, the more you're going to press on the gas. The gas in your tank is volume.
I got an idea.
And if you look, the volume of both of these stocks dictates your price movement. Whenever volume is dead, your price movement goes stagnant. So run through that. Yeah, there you go.
So is that a hedging strategy, Astro?
Yes. Yep.
What the hell is September?
Got the AMC
Because I'll tell you
GME
the
and
logic
UEXY.
behind it. The volume on these things goes too low, the days to cover skyrockets.
Right.
Days to cover is equal to short interest divided by average daily volume across 30 days. And algorithms throughout all of Wall Street and the aggressive bulls in the market will intentionally, both programmatically and deliberately as humans, target stocks that have a days to cover greater than 1. So if your volume goes down, then your days to cover will skyrocket.
Right.
But look at how when the convergence of the VIX happens, that's when you're going to see, what do you call it?
Are those singular events? Those
Right. That's your what do you call it? That's your binary switch.
Yeah. Right.
That's when things have to reset, which means that they have to transfer volume in bulk and they disregard volume weighted average price for efficiency. And that's when you see both these stocks skyrocket. But then they start trading inversely of each other again. And that is why you see GameStop setup look like that of March to May of AMC, and AMC setup look like that of November to mid-January of GameStop. These things have been engineered to trade against each other, in my opinion, and this is conjecture, to create division in the community. As if you remember way back a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, about 9 months ago, when Wall Street Bets had no discernment between AMC and GameStop. It was all one socially collective, not financially collective, but socially collective idea that we were going to share information about companies that were being exploited by means of market mechanics pertaining to short selling. And through that, there was a unity. But those who have tried to create division and uncertainty and literal FUD and misinformation, again, conjecture, I believe deliberately acted as insurgents to create a sense of division between communities and elitism and zealotry. And what better way than to make the stocks trade opposite of each other in a gradient manner, such that towards the peak of inversion of trading, that you would then have the squeezes be imminent per their cycle, but you would also increase the tension between the two sides. Everybody that tries to shout out saying that research and predictions and dates are FUD, I am firm conviction that those who are trying to vilify those who are investigating the crime scene of companies, hardworking people, employees, people with families, people with passions, with their own goals, their own objectives, all being destroyed by a bunch of greedy, incessantly fucking arrogant fucks.
That's fucking right, man. Preach it out, brother.
So, to try and vilify those who are uncovering it and showing the data for it, those are the people who are actually the futzers. Those are the people trying to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and this and that. This right here will bring justice to what has happened.
Yo, look at this. Look what happens when the VIX crosses over this trend. Look what happens to AMC. Look what happens when at the time where it opens up over here, where the trend starts. Watch this.
So how soon do you guys think this is gonna just Pluto?
See that?
Do this.
Astro, what happens on October 1st?
Left, take AMC, scroll it to this is huge. Take AMC and pan it to the left by 3 months. Yep.
Wait, that way, right?
Yep. And then do that animation thing again. AMC is feeding into GameStop's movement by a 3-month delay. It's a quarter. Look at where the convergence of the AMC vortex happens. Feeds into what GME is outputting after its convergence. And GME's output of its convergence is showing up on the input of AMC's whatchamacallit, convergence.
So you're saying as it passes through, it kind of comes out on the other side on GameStop. Like it goes in the AMC wormhole and comes out on the GameStop side of the universe.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Now get this. Think of it as think of it as the letter X, where if the top left is AMC's input, the bottom right of that X would be GME's output. The top right would be GME's input, and the bottom left would be AMC's output.
Bert, I think you're way beyond 3 months.
The medium for that is the VIX.
What should I be on? Oh,
I think you moved it like 6 months. I think you needed to just move it one grid to 3.
Wow.
Like this?
Zoom into the scaling of AMC. There you go. So that it's not squished like that. Zoom in just a little bit more.
Yeah, essentially where your spike is on GME, that's March. Just align AMC to
the output of AMC. I'm sorry.
You should probably sync them up again. I think you changed the zoom.
Hold on. September, December on September?
Look at you see 2021 of GME.
Yeah.
September.
Bottom.
Yeah, I see that.
Where that crossover happens, right as it spikes on the yellow. AMC's output, sync it up with that point. So pan AMC to the left, so it lands on that line on GME.
So which this spike on right here, like right here.
Yes, but pan it to the left so that the end of the AMC line begins at that 21 label of GME.
Yeah, but the other problem you got here is that
I'm so trying to.
you fattened it. Yeah, line July and September back on top of each other, so you make sure that you're changing the size, the scale of it. Match the scales back up, and then just move it physically back and forth.
Okay, I know how to explain it without being an autist.
Okay, that should be
Take the September label. Take the September label and move it so it falls on top of the 2021 label of GME.
Exactly.
There you go.
Cool. I think I need to zoom.
Formation feeds into GME.
How do you zoom in like a specific amount?
I wish I knew how. The best way to do it is line up the vertical grid lines with each other.
Yeah, that's what he needed to do. You gotta pull it back over to September and July because not every month is equal.
Zoom out just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. Now drag September back over 2021 GME. There you go. Look at how. And now do the animation thing.
Okay.
Where everything is feeding into itself. Where how do I put it?
Wait, no, it's a little offset.
Just a hair.
It's like, well, here, look, if you can see this right here, this bulge, this is like right here.
But it's the rolling sum, which is the yellow line that you want to pay attention to.
Wait, this part right here is actually this on AMC.
Correct. They're
that?
delayed by 3 months, or in the future by 3 months, depending on which.
Hold on, I think I have it. Let me do this. I think it's right here. This bulge that's coming in here. No, I think I did it too early. Hmm.
I'm gonna dig into this when I get back home.
What if it's like right here? Maybe if it's like May. Yeah. I think it's this one.
Hold on, I'm going back. Yeah, see how the of actually, yeah, no, that's fucking it. So the reason why look at where the divergence starts between AMC and GME. They had started following each other in January, but when they went to spike back up, but got declined at the halfway point, GME had retouched. I think it peaked at 500, but then retraced all the way back up to like 400. Right? AMC though got cut at its knees. It only retraced halfway up. They took that difference and used that to create the chronological offset that we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
And that's why when you look at the yellow lines of AMC and GME, that where GME dips and retraces all the way back up, that's the same curvature but cut off at the knees on AMC.
You know
That's
what's
why
really
you
odd?
like miniature version of it.
This never covered, and this never covered.
Go to the day. Go to the day metric. And now you want to line up what would be like put September over January. So AMC September move to or wait, fuck my life.
I need to zoom out for this.
A little bit, yeah.
Actually, I think right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the inverse. Actually, right there. February. Yep, and that's where it got cut off at the knees. Put February on top of March of GME. So you, yep.
Here's the thing: GME is not even moving, bro. Like
That's why
this,
AMC is so great.
This is failed to deliver.
Oh, wait. Look at, so can you reset it real quick? Go back to the beginning.
So what do you want me to go back?
No, don't move the chart.
On the
don't
time.
pan the chart. Ah, shit.
For the periods, go back to 500.
Ah, shit. No. Go back to the day.
Okay.
Put what was it? March over February.
Yeah, March over.
Don't touch the zoom. Don't touch the zoom.
Okay. Is that good?
Yes.
Or should I? Okay.
Actually, no. Go back. Take fuck me. Take GME and go back a whole year.
It looks like we're right. Like I don't know. What do you want me to
go back? Pan GMEs all the way to a year ago, such that August of GME lines up. Don't zoom. Otherwise, it fucks up the timing.
Okay.
So zoom it all the way so that the end of AMC's chart shows as the beginning of August of 2020 on GME. So you want to take GME's chart and pan it to the right all the way. Nope, other way. Sorry.
This way?
Yep. Yep. Go all the way to August of 2020.
Oh, okay, I see.
Flow of money. It looks like it's like a flow.
Now take
Okay.
take AMC's chart and shift it so that its output line, so the end of it is about halfway on the screen. So drag it to the left. Don't zoom in though. Don't zoom in.
Okay, drag it to the left.
Yep. Oh, you can't. Fuck. Or can you? Yeah. You were doing it right.
This one?
First
This way? Okay,
Yes,
which
that
what do you want me to match?
So push it to the left by like another quarter. All right. Now, take GME.
Okay.
And move it. Take
I'm trying to line this up right here.
Go to take October of GME
Uh-huh.
of 2020 and line it up
2020.
to see where it starts to press in on itself. No.
You said October
Other way.
2020. 2019 October?
Wait, what the fuck? I'm sorry.
I think you went too far. Your August is way over there. Yeah. Keep
Yeah,
pulling it. Your August 2020 is right there.
Okay, this is 2021. This is 2020.
It looks like.
2019.
Sorry.
So it's almost like the lines continue to flow from AMC.
Right there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You were right there. Okay.
Okay.
Actually push GME to the go take other way, just a little bit. Go back from what you just did. Right there. Keep it take it now and drag it to the right by like 20 pixels. Perfect, right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now do that animation thing.
Oh, keep AMC in here. Okay.
Look at AMC and look at how it pattern it forms, and look at the center of where GameStop. And now do the reverse. Don't touch the chart, but now take those numbers. Yeah. Look at where the output.
Oh snap! Look at the output of GME.
Go. Can you reverse that? What you just did? Yep. Look at the shape that AMC at the end of it is making, and look at how that is the output of the convergence point at the center of GME.
So it's like a mirror.
Yes, a mirror of time and price.
A delayed mirror.
It's a circular motion. It's a 9-month clock.
Somebody turn it off.
Trying to do like a
See
startup
how
version.
the tail of AMC.
So whatever you can those you can see. Do you see this? So this something, and the energy here, the dark matter, same thing is going on here.
What I mean, it's shaping. So
Look
the
at this.
input of today was the output of August of 2020.
You can see this. Look at this. When this opens up, so does over here. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's yeah. Click in the bottom right where it says auto.
Auto.
Yeah, click that. Wait. Yeah. Look at how the curvature of these two indicators. One is the input to the output of the other, with a approximate 9-month delay, or 9 months in the future.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's your circular motion.
Wait, did I show you the VIX where it does the vortex?
Yeah, that's that is
It does the spin. Hold on, I'll show you. I think it did it here.
Sorry for talking over. I got me hyped as fuck. And I'm not at my PC.
No, you're fine, bro.
Somebody needs to turn the stream off in the background. You're echoing bad.
Well, no, it's the people streaming their stuff on Discord.
Oh, it's right here.
They're picking up the Discord audio because we're hearing what they're hearing.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's
there you go.
kind of quiet.
See how
it's like shitting. It's shitting
September,
out.
June to
selling.
September. Yeah, June to September is a mirror of September to February of GME. That's exact. Yep, you nailed it right on the fucking head.
Holy shit! Let's see that again.
And inverse.
This is where it lines up on the VIX, because look, you can see
Comes
it's
in here
shitting
and
itself.
out. Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Can you explain that VIX thing again one time?
So the VIX is the center point between AMC and GME of going long and short on the two. There is an overlap that occurs where if you're trading AMC and GME as pairs, where you're going long on one and short on the other, there is a point at which you have I'm trying to think of a good term for it.
Yeah.
There's a point at which it has to reverse, right?
Look at this.
Yeah. Can you play that real quick?
This right here is what's going on right here. It never gets delivered.
Think of the VIX as like as particles of air, and the air is the medium for which somebody's voice can be heard, but the voice is traveling from one side to the other and then echoing off of the walls going back. The VIX is the medium for the swaps that are going on here. And I'm saying swaps generically, not as the actual literal financial instrument.
So that's essentially how they're buying time.
Yes. That's why
they're hedging with it, right?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the vortex. It's pooping out shares or whatever it is using.
Exactly. The synthetic shares that everybody has been talking about for months on end, there's either a majority of them or all of them that aren't literally in existence. They never make it to the DTCC because the custodial agents for the hedge funds and market makers who've been at foul play are self-clearing agencies. They don't let any of this shit get to the DTCC. Rather, what's happening is these shares are going back and forth, and as they are, and this is very abstract, my apologies for not being able to articulate it that well.
You're fine.
As they're going in and out of this theoretical existence, the notional value of them, the synthesized yield of creating a naked short is accruing on a balance sheet. That's why this is so damning. And as time goes on,
What he's saying, you guys. Go
they're
ahead.
able to nest that debt into other parts of the markets. This is why, one, the DD is not fucking goddamn done, and two, if enough time elapses where you don't have a market correction that sends everybody's balance sheets and alpha into disarray, forcing them to cover, and if the research that is being done as we speak right now on the live stream and in this Discord, if this kind of research doesn't happen, after enough time, there will be a point where they're able to start digging themselves out. This is why the research needs to be done. This is why the goddamn fucking DD is not over.
And that's why we say, Gary Gensler, SEC, I want my fucking whistleblower money. Because this shit is criminal.
There was a video where I saw that
They're using it as capital.
So you essentially almost need an external factor to really affect what's going on here.
There needs to be legislation and enforcement of legislation as soon as possible. But the amount of crazy shit and exploitation of informational and financial delay within markets and fragmentation of these markets is creating more and more time for those that foul play to continue dirtying the crime scene.
Makes sense.
I don't know who came up with a video. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm not sure who was it, but I saw a video this guy came up with. He said that these guys are shorting the shit out of these stocks eventually for I think he said the VIX eventually for they can make it. They want to fucking crash the market in order for they can start fucking printing their money with the VIX. As the market crashes, obviously the VIX goes up, right?
Yes.
I don't know who said that, but he was onto something. I'm not sure who it was.
Pretty sure they're using as capital even when market collapses. This is why in 2020 they were able to short so many companies and try to bankrupt them because they play against the market. They literally play against the market.
I wanted to chime in on the reverb thing. If you click the stream and then click the volume or scroll up and turn the stream volume all the way down, it eliminates the echo. Wanted to put that in.
God, dude, it's like this right here, whatever that crosses, it's like they have this literally looks like a basket. Like this goes through, it becomes a short, and whatever this volume that they used it for, it continually stays there. Like it doesn't move.
Yes. That's the cap. That's where the shares being shorted started cycling. All of the short interests that we've been seeing ever since that point in time have just been shorted shares going back and forth. Those shorted, like every time we see a run up, that is the reset. That's when whoever is carrying the fucking bag as being the supplier of liquidity between all of the big financial entities that are at play, whatever amount of shares are truly left are being traded back and forth. At the beginning of every VIX future, that's when you concentrate the volatility. That's when people start trying to buy back, but eventually you run out of ammo. That's why you have a volume cap. I pointed that out, I think a month or so ago, but it's around 11 billion to 12 billion in total volume. And this is a measure of some form of efficiency of trading. It has nothing to do with how many synthetics are out there. This is just transactions that are taking place. There's about 12 billion in volume that happens before you have a reset. If you look at the amount of volume between each of the VIX expirations, quarterly intervals, you'll see that it's about 12 billion. And that has to do with an efficiency of block trades going back and forth. But that point that you were talking about, that's where authentic shares were no longer available. That's when apes bought the whole float.
Man, you can tell they're not covering it whatsoever. This thing does not change. It's like the shorts, they go through, but like the fractals show this. Like it goes through, but nothing happens to the original short position. Like it comes back and there's nothing. Like look at this. Look at this massive shorting.
Yeah.
Look
Think
at
of it
this.
as like
And it doesn't change this short position.
Think of it like this.
So you're saying they covered?
No.
Hell fucking no. If all of their longs and the thing that's propping their balance sheet up are all these blue chips, right? Which compose the SPY. Well, if the SPY creates the inverse of itself in the VIX, then if the VIX is being traded, the VIX is the SPY of all these shorted stocks. Think of it that way. So as one starts to tank, the other will go up, right? And therefore, all of the children of those ETFs, the things that compose those ETFs will follow suit. So you have this constant, it's a back and forth flow. That's the cycle.
Have we compared the Russell volatility as opposed to using the VIX? I mean, wouldn't that be more appropriate since these aren't in the S&P?
I believe the Russell volatility is a derivative of the total VIX.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I think you're right. You know what? A lot of
Jamie
people
not in the
underestimate
Russell?
Astro. I gotta say that a lot of people underestimate you because the way you look, and I think that's fucking sad because you were a really smart individual, and everything that Astro has said so far has been 100% on point. I just want to make that a note right now. I've been listening to every
really
single word.
appreciate that.
Absolutely
Bro,
fucking
and
right.
he's, and he's saying all this shit off the top of his dome without a computer.
That's what it is. It's the most important. He's learned it so well that he can spit it to you no matter what. He's probably driving in his fucking car right now.
Word. Look at this.
That's dope.
But that's the whole point, is that you don't have to be some douchebag on Wall Street in a nice suit and following all these stupid, superficial fucking make-believe fucking fallacies that everybody lives by and dreads because they follow them. I'm
But the fundamentals.
Right.
But Astro, are you saying so when we get that drop, when we get that crossover, that's essentially the supply, there's no supply left. And that's typically what you're saying is you could try to align that could potentially be this idea of futures, expirations, those types of events. They essentially fully dry up and they force their hand essentially at that point because there's no other.
Yeah, I posted the dates of all the VIX futures under the cycle acceleration channel in Discord. If you go to there and reference those dates, you're gonna see all these flip-flops happen. And everything else that cascades from this, right? You see the cycle on the 1 day. If you then take each quarterly window of time, okay, you take that shape and then you zoom in into like maybe the 4-hour chart of that same period, you're going to see the same shape. You zoom in some more, or rather you go from a 4-hour to a 1 hour, right? And you start to see more of a gradient that starts to pop up. You're going to see more and more that the trades that are happening from the first quarter are funneling themselves into the trades of the next quarter in the future. That's
Dude, look at this. Look what I found.
Are you saying that's why they're swapping? Is that why these things are using them as a
remember-
wormhole? Are you using the futures contracts?
Hey, real quick, no, hold on. What's your fucking name? I want to make Edward, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Everybody that was a part of putting together this vortex discovery, my hat off to you. Fucking salute.
Thank you.
For real. If whoever was a part of this, please fucking message me. I'm being dead ass.
Yeah.
I've been
very
trying
cool.
to get you like the
Great
whole 2
fucking
days. Like this. Oh, by the way, I don't. Were you here during my analogy? Like this is literally like the solar system moving. Oh,
Yeah.
how to explain it? But with the VIX, where it does this flip thing over, it shows it perfectly. It's like there's the singularity is like the line would go through it, and all of it is just like the selling pressure and buying pressure is just like circling around it.
Can somebody put together?
It's like
Can someone
Astro.
put together a 3D chart of the fuck? We need like an export of this, but Andrea,
Astro.
you're in here. What's up?
It's like you know how you had the circle, the planetary thing. You know how you had it goes from like one circle to the next circle.
Yes.
It's more complex. So you know how you have the event horizons, right? Before it transitions to the next.
Yep.
They literally spin around when it gets to the singularity, like right here, right?
Yep. They
For
cause the difference.
example. No. It starts to spin, and when they're losing control, it starts to spin out larger and larger and larger. And when it doesn't have no mass, there commits a supernova, and it goes into another black hole where it starts to spin again and again. That's why AMC right now is more violent, because when it went to the next singularity, the black hole is now much larger than the previous one. It's like they're pushing into another black hole.
Actually.
You're just about right with that. If there's any astrophysicists in the fucking on Boss Blunt stream or in the Discord, correct me please, because I know I'm gonna fuck this up. You can have two bodies of mass that are orbiting around a planet or a black hole or a star, right? their orbits can be set up in very odd circumstances, very nuanced circumstances, where when they'll be at opposite orbits of each other relative to their anchoring body of mass. But there's a point during their orbits where they come in such close contact that they will orbit extremely fast and with such close distance to each other while they're crossing paths that their energy can actually form a black hole within that because of that body of mass that is forming around it, or by being next to each other like that. That's how I feel like this is happening, is two orbiting bodies that are so far apart, but every every 8 to 9 months, they will come into contact and produce
Half-life.
what January was.
It's the half-life. It's how long can the particles inside the vortex last before another supernova occurs.
Yeah,
Well, the
that's
half-life is only like half of the
It's how long can they
particles.
keep how long can they keep this? Like, for example, we're in this vortex right now. You can see there's another particle going through. Where is it? Right here.
But also to talk about your two masses together. No, two masses together passing each other could not form a black hole. You have to crush matter into basically a singularity and to form a black hole. So it would have to be-
They would
It's more like a gravity well. It's more like a gravity well.
It's called
Yeah.
it's called a Lagrange point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Bam.
Thank you.
Guys, you know
Thank
what
you
this
for
area,
the
you know,
word.
you know what this
Not to,
area
be
is?
confused, not to be confused with the ZZ Top theory.
I was gonna bring that around. I was gonna say there's another word for it for what you're talking about.
Guys, you know what this is right here?
That would be like when you try to fucking it's
Antimatter.
like when you try to squeeze two magnets of the same polarity together, the force that is trying to push them together is outdone by the force of repelling.
This literally is antimatter. This is the dark pool.
That's not the dark pool exactly, but I see what you're getting at. Yes.
Right. It's the invisible space that kind of is in between
The
them.
inverse.
And right. What we see here is just like, okay,
Yin
whatever.
and yang.
Yeah. And when it can't hold, like, geez, look at this. Look what AMC has created right here. Like, this is insane. This looks like it's at the end of the toothpaste.
Oh my God, we have the cock and ball pattern, and now we have the ribbed condom pattern.
Oh shit, that's fantastic.
About to come.
Where's the vagina pattern? Let's get
It's
it going.
literally about
That
to
kind of looks like a uterus.
Like it's just
I need to get a
Look at this.
fucking
Just want-
broke, man.
It's got the reservoir tip.
It's the reservoir
Or is
tip.
the
genital
fucking great.
Would the fallopian tubes be on the left or the right?
Who fucking knows?
They'd be on both sides.
It's like the mythical clitoris. It doesn't exist.
Biologist chiming in here.
Hey,
Invisible
a lot of people are asking.
You motherfuckers.
A lot of people are asking for a little
That's the
clarity on
crazy
what the
part.
fuck
Like
this
this-
means.
This never change. This literally never changes. This is the craziest part ever.
Like all of GameStop.
Hey, I just posted in DD and Theories a picture of a black hole with two particles and I think another, I guess, particle. And I think this might be the.
You just posted a picture of your butthole and nuts, didn't you? God damn it.
No, but like, is this the visual representation of GME and AMC, and then the VIX being that larger one?
So here's So like I said, the VIX is the pivot point that allows for, it's the medium for efficiency, so to speak. I'll make a video explaining it because it's kind of, there's a lot of intricacies I need to double check on my own knowledge. But I've been talking about this a lot on stream, where I've been drawing parallels between the markets and concepts within thermodynamics and physics and chemistry. That concept of drawing parallels from science, we'll call it for simplicity's sake, from science to the markets is the same idea as how Fibonacci ratios are seen on the charts as well. There is a rudimentary component within the composition of the universe that will be inherited throughout everything built on top of the universe. Everything that is built on top of the fabric of our existence has these rudimentary and fundamental components vested into them. There is no surprise that Fibonacci ratios propagate across everything around us. There is no surprise. There's no surprise that you would then see other parallels follow suit that may not be either as popular or discovered yet. And I would never dare try and ingratiate myself by saying that I came up with this, because there's no goddamn way I'm the first one to think of it. But
trying to
what I
theory
can
of
say-
everything, the stock market.
I told you I'm autistic.
Dude, look, do you guys see the representation of the symbol that we keep seeing in the freaking every single day to minute to fractal to whatever shit?
Doritos.
Yep.
Look at this. Look when you play time.
how-
When you play time,
Look at
Play it out.
how. Yeah.
it doesn't change. It does not change. They wanted to keep it there. There's one moment where the end of it, like, wanted to change, and look at this. I found it right here.
This is where the concept of contango and
This is where
backwardation.
This is where it wanted to pop out. Look at this. Look what happens next.
Good.
Boom.
Nice.
Boom.
Yep.
These
Yeah,
are
look at
futures
that line
contracts
there,
being
though.
traded.
The yellow line, yeah, look at that yellow line, right? No, don't move it. Keep it right there, bitch.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You see where the yellow line dips and then comes back up, hits an immediate resistance, goes into a bull flag, and then runs up, and then comes sideways, and then you see like the tomahawk.
Yeah.
Go to the 5-minute chart of the past 3 days, right? Change to the 5-minute. Zoom in on the chart so that is that the 5-minute? Yeah. Now zoom out. Look right there. Look at
This right here.
there,
Or
right
what?
there. Yeah. Zoom in
Oh,
on there.
this.
On the left-ish side.
This.
Go to the 1 minute. Yep. Stay right there. Go to the 1-minute chart. Click the candle icon of in the top left. Click the candle icon right next to the grid.
I'm so bad at this. This one.
In the top left, where you click the grid icon.
Top left,
Right.
like menu area.
Candle
Okay.
bell.
Yeah. No.
Yo, I have one set up
Okay.
too. I copied the
Oh,
setup
candle. This.
Yeah.
Martin style, yeah.
Yeah.
Change your candles to Hike and Ashy. It's on the very right. Yep, click that. All right.
Okay.
Now zoom in, go to the right. Actually, you see it right there.
This.
You'll see that pattern. That drop down, you retrace back up, hit an immediate resistance, form a bull flag, run up, and then you have the tomahawk pattern. It's all over the place.
I'm sorry. Where is it again?
Yeah, it's been bullpen
So
the whole
bad.
time.
It's the
I don't-
green
I'm
and then
blind.
red. It's the upward
This
green
right here?
handle and then the red. The red is like the axe part of the tomahawk.
On the time. Where is it on the time? If you look on the time right here.
Go down
to
a
like
little
halfway
bit.
through the day.
I would say from like 9:30. I'd say it's like from 9:30 to about 9:45 here would be like the handle, and then
Oh,
maybe
this right here.
yes. So what time is that down there? I can't really see it too good. I think it's like 9:50 between.
9:30.
Yeah, you keep moving it around, so it's a little tough for me to see.
Nine-
But right where it turns green.
No, it's 9:45.
Yep, 9 to
You're gonna see the
9:45.
pattern everywhere.
And then the red
That's
part
like-
is like the last 15 minutes where they're aggressively shorting and short laddering and just doing everything they can to bring it back into where they want it to be in the algorithm. And it's a continuous pattern. This is how we figure out what the channels are. And people keep saying that technical analysis doesn't work, but it does. They're
What
just
the hell
fucking with
is
it real
this?
hard. So it's not doing what it's supposed to.
What was this?
And then here it's the opposite of the tomahawk. Look, here now it's like the tomahawk's coming down. Think of it like an ice pick. Here the ice pick's going up the mountain, and this way now they're using the ice pick to get down the mountain backwards. Does that make sense?
that. I need to smoke a blunt now.
Fuck yeah, brother.
I want to preemptively apologize.
She's gonna blow
Just
tomorrow.
because at least as far as I know, I never heard the TA doesn't apply to these stocks until I started gaining popularity, because I believe I was the guy who kind of started that. There's been a misconception or a misunderstanding in it. That statement of TA doesn't apply to AMC and GameStop and friends. It's not that TA doesn't apply to it, and I've said this multiple times. It's the traditional approach that TA in the lens of human sentiment influencing the trade, that does not apply. But what does apply is an empirical approach where it's just the data. You have to take out the human sentiment part. That surely applies, and applies even more so than ever because of the absence of human trading. That's without a doubt. TA is what allows for you to find these patterns. If you draw out intervallic episodes of particular trends, and you can then
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's yep.
Yo, Astro, can you tune into my stream for a second? I have the same setup. Just want to ask something.
I do gotta jump in a few.
You can't trust fundamentals when fundamentals aren't being applied. Like they're not. It's a manipulated market and a manipulated everything. So you can't trust like traditional fundamental values in the stock market because they won't be right.
So this big bump right here on GME.
Holy shit! Yep.
Like
today.
Right when that crosses over to where the spike is, the 270, that's what happens. Like what?
Yeah.
It gets absorbed.
Yeah, it's transferred into the back end of GME, or the front end of GME is transferred into the back end of AMC.
Listen, you got to hear what Astro's saying right here. I know, in layman's terms, what he's saying is basically this: when you put these up and down next to each other, when AMC's yellow line is transferring locations with the blue line, the opposite is happening with GameStop. And in a way, the way that they're trading these here is what's causing this to happen. And it's offset by 3 months.
Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think the hedge funds are selling those shorts back and forth to each other and that's why it's going back and forth?
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
It happens at every level of time. That's where the algorithm comes into the algorithms, plural, actually come into play. As if everything's offset by 3 months, right? That means that every
They're all on
9 months
different
you have an
FPV
overlap.
schedules.
Right. Every 9 months you would have the overlap. But for that to happen, that means that you have to adhere to the constraints at your 9-month level. Those ratios would have to apply to that of what is granular to it. So if you're looking,
We're having a bit of a tech issue, right, Astro?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear you.
All right, thank you. We are having a little bit of a technical issue here with sound. Give me one moment.
Audio is good for me. Were you saying you have an issue or Astro has an issue?
I'm not able to hear Astro at all right now for some reason.
I can hear him.
Turn up his mic individually.
I can't hear him either.
Yeah, something's
You can
just
do
not
that.
right.
I
can hear Astro.
I'll try.
What talk?
I can hear him.
We got you, bro.
Yeah, I hear him.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
hear you.
I hear him.
good.
1,920 pixels horizontally and 1,080 pixels vertically. You still have the same image, but you also have more clarity. That is what's going on with these trades, where they're forming the same image at every resolution, but every resolution has a different level of detail, of granularity. So the amount of trades that are occurring and the direction that they are going have to have the same proportion in the span of 1 minute of time as it would in 1 year of time, but distributed proportionately to that of 1 year and 1 minute. That's why you see the same things happening all over the place all the time, and it feels like a constant episode of deja vu when you look at these fucking charts.
Okay, but when Lambo?
The duty's done.
All right, everybody. We're selling. I'm selling. I suggest you sell. Financial advice to everybody. Sell. And then Kramer sound effect.
This is your Pythagorean theorem triangles, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's funny is that is what should be happening, but that is being deflected into the other stock.
Yeah, I'd like that to happen. Please, can that happen? Please? Pretty please. If I ask really nice.
This is where they lost. They were winning this. They were winning here, and then this is where literally they just lost the battle. They launched it off because of COVID. They wanted to literally destroy AMC. That's where it all started.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the very beginning, like when they wanted to short it into nothing, yeah, they lost.
Yep.
When they started creating the synthetics to overshort it, yeah, they lost.
Dude, this thing does not lie. Look, this literally just like inverted itself. Like the triangular fractal is so massive.
The friction of that propagated in the other stock.
Oh my god, that January and June is gonna look like it's gonna be non-existent. This is only 4,000. Like this is only priced 3,000, guys.
So we're going to 3260. Let's go.
100,000.
Next step coming right up.
This shit on Reddit for me. I'll give the blowjob too.
I don't know if Reddit's gonna allow me to upload a video this long, but maybe I can cut it.
Of it, just so people can help join in on this new leg of DD.
Reddit fucking hates us. They hate me. Those fucking shows are out there hard.
What about my menstrual cycle?
So you're saying that they're inversely related, right? So it's almost like a day and night cycle.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So whenever GME is in the daytime, so that's green. AMC is in the red. In the nighttime.
Oh my god, is that what you're gonna go to?
Yeah, and then when the eclipse happens, right? That's when we see these big spikes of volatility to the upside.
Yeah, the similarities are uncanny.
So
crazy.
It looks like
I think
tomorrow
today was the start of it, or what was it? Wednesday? Yeah.
It started on Wednesday. Why? Because that was the last day for the futures rollovers, right?
No, you're good. I finished.
Oh, okay. When you think about it, humans have always abided by lunar and solar events. Whether we were cavemen or now super civilized, we still carry a lot of significance to it, knowingly or not, because it's become a part of our DNA. There's been so much reinforcement of that sentiment
that's
I just gotta
farming
say
and also night side with the moon, they become
My audio's on Discord's not actually working properly. That sucks. I'm trying to get it fixed. In case you guys are wondering.
When to do certain things.
Also navigate the seas and stuff like that.
Yeah, alien spaceship.
Mic check. Yeah, it's working. It's working on this shit.
1 year.
I hope this doesn't trigger Yellowstone.
What if it's a big supercomputer?
What were we talking about earlier? The Canary Islands, or volcano or whatever?
Is it Cayman? What?
No, there's some like
Canary?
super volcano that's about to explode.
San Palos.
Yeah.
Or Los Palos.
Yo, can you hear me now? I was having some issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So can you show me the top of that again, so I can see what the next leg up looks like, please?
What of the
triangle,
of AMC?
whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boss blunts. I don't think you've ever seen this before, so I think Ed might need to run you through this from the beginning.
I was watching, but yeah, bro, let's run it because these people need to understand what's going on. They're asking me like, hey, how could you put this in layman's terms? And I think what we're getting at is this has to do a lot with futures contracts being rolled, doesn't it?
It has to do with a lot of things.
A lot of things in this cycle, absolutely. But I think you said it started on Wednesday, and I believe that's because that was the last day for them to close out, Wednesday, September 15th. And these things, these
and it's connected with the VIX.
Futures are a T+1 settlement, and these credit default swaps, I believe, are T+2, T+1 settlements as well. So I think we should be seeing some more volume based off that tomorrow.
Well,
but
why don't
we
just
shall
go back to
see.
last
Can we're getting towards the end of this channel. Can you explain this to me and show us what's going on?
What do I explain to you?
So okay, I would do this. I would explain to him how you drew these triangles and what they're based off of, and then how you.
God, that is so much.
No. Just do it simple. Do the simple explanation, please. People don't want the hard part. Give me the simple. Show me what the fuck's happening, and just run it through me in 5 minutes or 2 minutes, however quick you can. Don't worry about the specific details.
So since the time of the pandemic, when Citadel and these major short hedge funds, when they wanted to short AMC, it got slapped since then, and it started a reversal. They tried to push it down below 191, and they got slapped again, and it pushed AMC to 1650. That triangle connect to this triangle completely shows the reverse trend.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 months later, well, June happened, so I'm connecting the Pythagorean theorem, the difference between the two, and connecting the similarities. There's my piece is missing here, but every single time, if I zoom in, at the end of this triangle, this Pythagorean theorem completes. There is a squeeze or gamma squeeze, whatever you want to call it, that happens, and it always is consistent at the end of the trend. It's always consistent. And here's the funny part: every single
is it a time period?
It's trading. No. It is trading since the reverse. They try to push it here. It was trading within the Pythagorean theorem. Ever since after that, since they were losing strength, there's a line here, but it's been trading below the Pythagorean theorem. This is gonna squeeze into Pythagorean theorem. This is past it, so I have to actually edit this. This looks like it's gonna be within the next week, so maybe it's gonna be here, but it's still gonna be just as violent. So when you push, this is gonna be like time becoming the. When time is becoming the price, well then there you go. That's what happens. And now January to June becomes March 2020 to January.
Okay, holy shit. Scroll out real quick. Back to where that green, just scroll out real quick the exact same way you scrolled in. Let me see that green line.
Right.
So that green line went all the way to the top and touched the bottom corner of that Pythagorean theorem triangle.
Right.
Holy
so when
shit.
You do the math, you can predict the next price.
Zoom back out, brother. Let me see this bitch. I get it.
Well,
I get it. Click.
His top triangle is an estimation, though.
I know. That's fine. Everything's an estimation,
Yeah.
right? But let's go up. Let me see. I can't see the top of the triangle. Scroll
He wants
up.
the
I
top
want to
of
see
that
what the
big
number
triangle.
is.
Squish it down.
It's a phone number. No,
What's that figure?
628, baby.
We're going to $628, maybe. Okay, I'll take it.
That's not even no. Then the next one is going to be within. This has to be squished because time compresses itself.
It's going to get squeezed.
This was
even harder.
So this from January to June.
It's not even going to take that as long.
This is this is 3 months. So I'm just putting the prediction here, but this is going to be a much squeezed triangle.
That's possible.
It doesn't change the Pythagorean theorem though, because it's it's still going on. But here's the crazy part. This this triangle. Look what happens when you play time.
It's off the fucking chart. It's off the fucking chart.
It becomes a right triangle. It becomes
It's
a right
literally
triangle.
off the chart. Yeah.
Holy shit! It's in like it's not even. It's way over like 1,500, 2,000. It's in the like the thousands, the tens of thousands at the top. That's fucking insane.
But you see this?
Right triangle.
And people are saying this isn't. Don't spread misinformation, but this isn't misinformation. This is math. This is Pythagorean, theorem here.
You think this is an obtuse? Nope. It's literally becomes a right triangle when you stretch it in time, and when time becomes the price, well, then the price is the only player left. So this thing will squeeze itself, and it becomes the obtuse. And then what happens when the fractal enters into the next black hole? Well, then you enter in the next price, which is, who knows from there on.
So as you bet time, it gets shorter.
The time here, it's actually, this is what's trading right now.
And look how
it's the time. The time has become the price. That's what's being traded.
And look how the other triangles just disappear as you move up.
Yep.
Essentially, what he's saying is time becomes your y-axis and your price becomes your x-axis.
It goes into a fractal and disappears.
Interesting. And that top up there is way off the chart. Holy shit.
So what does it mean when time is low?
Well, see when time compresses itself, it compresses the triangle. You see how this triangle is much lengthier? When they run out of time, the Pythagorean theorem exponentially multiplies itself. That's why the price actually goes up higher, because here, like, they have time, right?
Kind
They
of
still
like
have
catch
time.
up in all the time, right?
Right, they still have time, but here they don't have much time. See, when it takes me longer for me to stretch out the price action, which is time now, it doesn't take me as long to create that obtuse angle. It doesn't take me as long, but look how long it takes me to create this one, because the freaking price is squeezing. And
so when you create your triangles and you're using this Pythagorean theorem, how are you getting the slope?
So the change is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but then there's also a and b isn't just like 2 points. Like, it's not like 2036 squared, plus the change of 195 squared equals your c squared. It's much more complex. You have to do the change between the 2036 and the low of, man, I have it somewhere. It's too long to explain because it involves doing sigma. So yeah. But when I plugged in, actually the next AMC price goes to about 439 to 634.
$439 to $634 potentially. Holy shit.
So this is not in between there.
When did you come up with this?
This is a week ago. I already told Astro about this.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, hit the like button for the algorithm.
This is going to be much, much, much more violent.
So gamma tomorrow?
Probably
not tomorrow. The next week,
yeah. And every triangle just gets more violent.
So I have a question real quick.
You can see right here, this squeeze is when this pukes out whatever the sausage has been created for. It is going to swirl so hard out, man. I can't imagine.
It was about to shit,
Yeah.
So when we were talking about how AMC is day and GameStop is night, are you saying that GameStop will go down when AMC squeezes, or they're both going to?
No, that's the.
You're gonna see the moon and the sun on the same day at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That would be
well
put.
It could,
but GameStop and AMC have been pretty identical all the way up until you're saying last Wednesday when they changed the algorithm. So now 3 months, AMC is now behind.
I noticed that today they started out exactly the same, but then they started diverging.
Right.
They have different, like, they have probably different baskets for each one of these, and sometimes when the baskets like align, that's what happens.
So a few days ago, AMC went up and GME went down, and then like 2 weeks ago, I remember everyone complaining that, oh well, maybe AMC is not the play because GME was up but AMC was down.
Right.
Astro's spot on with this, trying to use it against us, each other.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah,
separation
should.
being created in the community,
Psychological
especially after
warfare.
the earnings call. People were so disappointed. They were like, "That's it, that's it, that's it." Like, and then they're like, "Okay, I'm selling my GME and going to AMC." I literally saw that in the chats.
So the reason why is it's probably a lot harder for them to control two, especially when one of them started out like maybe not as like the original like squeeze and more of a distraction, and then that distraction got out of hand because, well, they didn't think that we were going to be able to figure out that it's actually a real play.
But there are
Well, they got
short
thousands of
stocks as well.
Yeah, there's thousands of plays.
Yes, but you'd say these two are the two main ones now, right?
Yeah, I would even argue that AMC is a
GME
stronger
AMC
argument than
for sure.
Than
MOASS.
GME.
I mean, we could argue about this for an hour, but we've come to the point where we pretty much say there's no possibility that you can figure it out.
I have a question.
What do you mean?
Think,
if it will happen or when?
No. Which one's stronger? Like,
yeah, I mean, ultimately it's trivial, but
Yeah,
definitely GameStop and AMC are in a different echelon than BBIG.
Agreed.
That other stock, like a couple hours ago, Hedge showed, and like a few others. But then there are some like genuinely like not good stocks that I think in large part is FUD. Like I don't think BlackBerry should be conversations AMC and GameStop.
No, they're
I'm
just,
trying to think about other ones, like Nokia. I think that was.
Look, there are like hierarchies of these, right? There's like the top, top squeezes, and then there's a lower tranche and a lower tranche, and as you go down, the squeezes get less and less intense.
They're the shock waves.
Right.
All of them will squeeze. I think that AMC and GameStop will be violent, as opposed. And furthermore, they have, I think, been spending like the past 8 months trying to figure out if, in the worst case scenario, how they can just like leverage themselves. Or leverage isn't the right word, but
survive.
Just survive it by actually writing calls on AMC.
I think once you get to that next leg up, it's I mean, there's two different stocks,
But I think it's going to be very fragile once there's news about like some hedge fund that I've never heard of, you've never heard of, and then you go Google it and you're like, wow, that was a lot of money. It's gonna then happen.
Credit Suisse, that was like in late February, March, right? That was.
Yeah, well, I mean, the crazy thing about that was like, are you talking about Archegos and how that was related to that?
Archegos,
that wasn't even that big, and like they just like caught it because that guy like went to everyone, and then Credit Suisse got stuck with the bag eventually because they were the bank. He over leveraged himself, and he was I think he was like dishonest. Where he went to every
they all
bank.
over-leverage themselves. That's what the issue
Yeah.
is.
And I mean, the amount of like leverage right now is insane. It's actually kind of scary. And
I mean, to be honest, Archegos kind of did us a favor because they kind of were the first flag on the market to show us that something was actually maybe systemically wrong with how much leverage was out there.
But like the crazy thing is that like it like didn't result in like that crazy of a thing. It was like, what was it? Like Viacom went down by like 10% on one day. And that was it.
That was like more than that. That was like from 70 to like 40.
Yeah, but it was like one stock and it wasn't like that big. And
right.
It was only one guy. And it would be crazy to think if it happened to two different hedge funds at once, and it would just like seeing the domino effect. That will be, I think.
Okay, let me ask you this, right? So it's one hedge fund playing a stock like Viacom, right? Really maybe not that popular amongst the hedge fund community. But then you have a bunch of hedge funds that all talk to each other and say, yeah, short GameStop, short GameStop, short GameStop. And then all of a sudden you have 20 Archegoses all fucking blowing up at the same time.
I mean, the thing is that the shorting isn't even their master plan. It's like step 3 of a much bigger and riskier bet. And that's why they're like so pissed off and irrational about this. Like they won't back down. Like this should have ended like back in January or February. Like, but it didn't. And it's like I love when they just pile in because we come with the same intensity back at them, but millions of people.
I think it's not only that. I think it's the institutions as well, because if Citadel's has like 50 to 60% of all the orders go through them, I mean, people like the other hedge funds, let's say, they want a piece of that, and they don't want to. It's being monopolized right now.
Well, there definitely are hedge funds and big banks that are long on AMC, and like not like I'm sure they're also doing like calls and stuff. But like you look at like Vanguard and shit, and it's like it's kind of crazy the amount that like has just recently come into AMC from institutions. That might be a double-edged sword because they might be the paper hands. They might go like this pumps to 120 and they're like, I've made my year times 10. And then but I think we're still not fucked. I think we're still not fucked because I genuinely think that like and in some ways like I want to believe this, but I think there are 6 billion shares of AMC that are owned just like owned, and that has to be fixed. And like that
they're in that vortex that Edward was showing us earlier, I think.
Yeah, so I think it would like really I think like the biggest benefit to AMC that's unique is that like the company basically committed to corporate seppuku to survive through the pandemic and issued like 400 million shares, and that's turned out to be our biggest blessing because we are such a huge community. And furthermore, I think like the most non-douchey community, and just like everyone has like the same idea about what the mantra is. Because at this point, like if you've been here even since like $35 in August, like you've still seen some shit.
I think we are mooning tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna go up high in some green boom boom candles, baby.
Look at this.
I'll be high as I am.
Hold on, look at this. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. But I mean, the only thing
look at this. This green pop off is gonna be massive. This right here has to complete this 52.
What do you think 4 o'clock in the morning is gonna look like?
Pre-market? Well, I mean, look at this. Look at the after-hours similarities. This is what pre-market was.
So you think at this point they're out of control?
After hours.
Do you think they can't control it anymore?
No. Look at this. So this is after hours on that day. You see this?
What day?
This is August 27th. I mean, August 27th. The same pattern. Look at this. Look at after hours today. This is also the same thing. Look at this. August 20. This is what? What is this? That's the other inverse. Look at this after hours. Hold on, let me put it in one minute.
What was the?
Look at the after hours. This thing is going to take off.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
To the 52s again.
Look at the volume.
Wait, what do you mean 52s?
Well, you look at the 30-minute. It's this same replica is what happens here. Except it's much more extracted.
So now you're zoomed in on just after.
Look at this.
Before you were zoomed out.
You moved to Edward. You moved too fast.
I forget about that. It's laggy. But you look at this. Oh my god, it's so hard to. Hold on.
Wait, should I just watch it on Discord instead? Because is it lagging on YouTube?
Right here.
Yeah, we're on Discord.
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
I mean, I don't really tell.
Do you guys see this?
I am listening to you through Discord though.
This inverse gets completed.
Do you think there's going to be a gamma squeeze on Monday?
It has to gap up tomorrow.
Or it's going to gamma squeeze like tomorrow.
Have you looked at
during
the Sears and
it's just going to fucking
with the vortex?
Yeah, what's about
do I have it?
That'd be interesting.
BLIQ. Like these companies that don't exist anymore that have been trading?
BLIQ.
Does anyone know?
BLIAQ.
That's Berkeley lights.
No, no, BLIAQ. Yep.
Dude, hedges are so fucked.
Wait,
I'm
what?
so fucking
I'll look
pumped.
at it right now.
I'm
I
these.
think there's an I in it.
This theory is incredible.
I'll look for it right now.
BLIAQ. Yep, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's such a terrible ticker.
Okay, here.
Do you
It
think
doesn't
this
show
is
up
the algorithm unchanged without
Blockbuster?
buying pressure?
What the actual boss? BBB liquidating? That's what it is?
That's Blockbuster,
Yes.
and there's also Sears.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Yeah, BB liquidating and then Sears liquidating as well.
What is that?
Yeah.
mean?
So we would need to go back.
They're called zombie stocks. I'm sorry, let you talk.
No, you
Why is there a TV chair and a pop on the screen?
Series is
I'd wanna see-
SHLDQ.
Yeah, it's the same thing that's going on. You can see
Same
this.
thing, right?
Look
See
at
how
this,
it's
look at this.
frozen on the right? Yeah.
So if
You
you
see
bought
how
this,
the shares are?
it's gonna
Oh
go
my
crazy.
god, what the hell is that?
Wait, Blockbuster's gonna go crazy.
Blockbuster's already gone crazy.
Yeah, with
If you look at January 27th, it's
Well,
popped.
that's what it would look like if they win.
Someone like in Midtown Manhattan, some boomer fuck right now must be so pissed, and like has this image of exactly who we are, and it's just like these fucking.
It's just a bunch of retards smoking weed all day and looking at charts.
Yeah,
Why are
this guy's in a
there-
suit,
Sounds
just, like-
wonderful.
Just like
All right,
killing
so-
himself with cocaine.
I gotta
He's
point
just
out, like,
fuck.
I gotta point out like an elephant in the room here.
Look at this
After
shit.
looking at all this data and everything, the shorts are never gonna cover.
I mean, they're at this very moment, like they're
Only
fucked
margin
in
call.
No, they'll
unrealized-
cover. They're gonna have to
unrealized
cover. Man.
losses.
They're not
Well,
gonna
no,
do it
I
on
mean,
purpose.
I don't get margin call.
Why did
They've
Macroeconomic
already
have to get an injection of $3 billion from Citadel in 0.72? Because they're bleeding, and that's what's going to happen. Is the whole market's going to crash? In my opinion, right? I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to start.
Stocks will. Like,
It's
I
going to
think,
start
like,
crashing, and margin's going to call, and everyone's going to get fucked.
If
But-
if
Yeah.
the market
So they would
crashes,
rather-
guys,
I'd
if the
see-
market crashes, the VIX is following exactly what AMC is doing, and AMC and GME are both following the VIX. They're gonna go up in price while everything crashes.
Absolutely. They run so inversely
well, no, but also
because
there
these things
will
are so
be other
shorted, man.
things.
It's not that they're gonna cover because they want to. They're gonna cover because they fucking have to. And it's right here. We're on the precipice of this
Yeah,
shit
there will be
with the
other
debt
That's where
ceiling
the big spikes.
Welcome
and everything
other-
else that's going on.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
the
gonna be other.
it's the
there's gonna be
same
other
thing.
assets.
Watch Friday, Evergrande
Okay.
Bank bonds go on sale tomorrow morning for Evergrande Bank. There's gonna be a fucking
let's buy
fire
China.
sale on the 17th in the morning.
Let's buy China.
Wait,
This is going to be the
You
biggest
actually
squeeze
can't
ever.
invest. You can't invest in China if you don't live there. By the way.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Look at-
Oh, that's absolutely
I
not
can
true.
invest in
Many, many, many
Chinese.
American companies
Well,
are invested
I mean,
in China. That's
It's
absolutely not true. I'm
probably
sorry.
dog shit.
Bet,
You guys see
come
that?
on.
You guys see
I
that
bet
big
you I can invest in
yellow
the Chinese bank.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I can't invest in a Chinese bank.
What ticker is that?
No, like
This is
like
Sears.
the homes and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can't buy.
Yeah, well, because
Someone
you're
asked me
communist.
about that
No,
earlier.
no, sorry.
You can only.
But it was
in
kinda- it
China,
sounded
you can
funny.
only get 100. You can
Look at
only get
that
100
tiny
year
spike
leases.
that goes up, and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is not being
That's
covered.
gonna
Yeah,
be
he's saying
nothing.
this guy's saying that the
guys.
shorts
Oh
will
my
never
God.
cover,
Goes
and that's
through.
okay because they're not going to cover on purpose.
Two of them.
They're going to cover when they get
It's like
forced to
it's
cover
it's like it's exporting
by a
shorts.
stock market crash.
It's like
Wait,
recycling.
wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah,
Transporting
like on a
shorts.
conveyor
Hold
belt.
on. So with Sears, right? The whole fucking I guess play was that they were going to short this company to death, and then they're never going to close those short positions because they can use that as collateral, right?
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
Instead of
Like
closing
buyout.
them,
Yeah.
instead of closing them and then having to pay taxes.
Yeah,
And you know what that?
Yo, someone's got an echo.
The
and
BB
you know
liquidation.
What, you know what that
I got to
spike?
chime in here.
You know what that spike is? That's going through and then going into the black hole and then just never disappearing in it. Those are the short positions that were never closed.
Yep.
Can we
Right
just
there.
keep the echo
It's-
forever?
It's what we call a
The
leverage
other thing
buyout.
too is
That's what
like
they,
they
do.
want to get these like stocks off, so they don't want the general public to be able to see these. There has to
You
be a
can't-
reason why.
You can't buy them anymore. I tried to buy it.
It's
Nope.
over the counter though, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's over the
dark pool. Is
counter.
that?
No.
No, so I literally called Fidelity and they said it's system wide. You can't buy it.
It's the
I was
same
on the
thing
phone
if
with
they
them
cover
live
and
on
close.
Astro Street.
Yeah.
They have
They're going
to
to put it in
close.
the expert market, so you
buy to
can't see it.
close.
You see, you
literally
can't
just
see
show
it. But
someone
what are they
that
trying to
buyout.
hide?
Covering
Right.
is just a technical
If
term.
they're trading time for price, and they're going to hold this out as long as possible. When this thing finally gaps up due to volatility and all the time being compressed, how's that going to have an effect on the rest of the market if the shorts if they don't pay for their shorts?
The shorts are tracked somewhere, they know,
Yeah.
but they are not. They're not forced to basically disclose their position until the freaking FBI open up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to pay taxes on on a security that's held.
And
it's not until you
offshore-
sell it that it becomes a
Yeah, they have to close it before they pay taxes.
Tax liability.
Yeah,
So it's still
if they put it offshore, there is no taxes.
Also, from what I remember back in January when GameStop first popped off, they lost a bunch of money, but they made a ton of money off of it as well.
When it went back
And
to 40, yeah.
They were able to
just so you guys know, they've already just so you guys know, the shorts have already sold. So they've already sold. That's the whole point of shorting. You borrow, you sell, and then you run the price down, and then you have to buy it back and give the short back. So when you said they haven't sold their position yet, they've already sold the position. They're just waiting on it to get to a certain point. Now, naked shorts are totally different, but when you're talking just legitimate short positions, they have already sold. So they've got to buy.
Okay, I mean,
I haven't closed. I guess close. Yeah, close the position.
They have to close, correct? And people say don't say cover, and I'm like, it's the same shit. But at the end of the day, you're right. They have to close one way or another. If they're long, they have to sell. If they're short, they have to buy one way or another. Check this shit out. But one thing I will disagree with is they do have to eventually get rid of Blockbuster liquidating and Sears liquidating. In my opinion, they pumped it in order to be able to get some bag holders to get some liquidity to short the other stocks. But take a look at this fucking Fractal, guys. Take a look at this thing. This is insanity.
Actually, I think I remember when the Sears and Sears and Blockbuster thing happened. I was.
What are we looking at?
Somebody was actually speculating that
It doesn't mute itself.
the Amazon guy, Amazon CEO, and Citadel were in collusion, and that was the whole thing. And then once they started saying that, Sears the very next day, John. That spread like
The thing is,
use it
the
as a
one argument
distraction.
with Sears is the fact that Sears was supposed to, so everybody was buying Sears because of the dividend. So when Sears sells their billions of dollars of assets that they have from all their locations, they're supposed to be giving a special dividend. The rumor was in the DD from I think Get It Got on Reddit did the DD, and based on all of their assets as opposed to what their float is, each share could get upwards of $17 in dividend per share. So when they made word that they're no longer going to be available to buy thousands, I mean, I told everybody, hey, what's the worst you do? You spend $100, you lose $100. If not, what's the dividend? Even if it's more than 15 cents, you made your money back. But they were getting ready to pull it off the market. So Blockbuster and Sears both were getting pulled. So I think that's why a lot of people were buying and or selling, because you will never be able to buy or sell it again.
You guys see how this is a healthy movement?
Yeah.
So is
The
Toys R Us?
whole. This is Dutch Bros. That just opened up recently. The whole fractal moves. This is like every single point on the graph. There's a meet point. It extrapolates and it has a fractal that moves.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
when
literally.
something is
the
sus.
entire thing moves.
You know when something is sus when it doesn't move.
Yeah, I'm comparing AMC to Nvidia. It's like one moves and the other, then it's like big spike, standing still.
There's something significant though that I wanted to point out earlier is when you're comparing AMC and GME, GME is literally not moving, and AMC still is moving a little bit on the after like the black hole like divergence thing.
Could you compare GME and Tesla on like we were doing with AMC GME in the VIX?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Can you compare GME and Tesla like you were doing with AMC GME?
Oh no, Tesla is fine. It's just that one area, like the recent, where it's being shorted.
Hey, if someone else wants to stream, I'm sure a lot of people are watching my screen right now. Just click into Edwards and stream. I'm gonna restart my computer real quick because it's fucking dying. I think I'm
That's
getting
cool, man.
attacked.
Yeah, you've been using and abusing it, so that poor thing's probably ready to fry up. Restart it.
Yeah.
Were you trying to fix it this morning?
Yeah.
So I got the same setup, so if anyone wants me to compare any other stocks, I can do that too.
VACHF.
All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night though. I'll see you guys in the morning.
I want to see like Volkswagen
Later, brother.
overstock.
Peace out, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Later.
Oh, good night, brother.
Yeah. Thanks, and thanks, Edward.
You should go back.
Awesome,
And,
dude.
you should go back and see when Tesla squeezed.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
When was that?
Tesla, that was like when it.
You're on the wrong ticker. You got WO.
What's Volkswagen's WO?
I think it's VW. I think not Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
B-Waggy.
Doesn't go back all the way.
That's what I was saying. Tesla is your best bet.
When did it? Is that what it squeezed to?
2008.
No.
Somebody asked. Vin M, thank you for
The
your
problem
super
with
chat,
Tesla
brother.
is that Tesla
Vin
was
asked,
like
can you
a
explain why GME,
9-month
AMC have bigger squeezes
Different
than
ticker symbol for
BBIG?
Volkswagen. There's like
Yeah, I think I can
4
do
or
that.
5 of them that you have to go through.
Drawn out gamma
Hang on one second. Let me adjust this audio.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Which one is it?
I think it's the one that says delisted or something like that.
I'm having a little trouble adjusting the audio, but regardless, I believe
go back to,
I believe it's a squeeze more because of the number of synthetic shares and the number of the float
Yo, GameStop
that
is like
the retail
fully
owns
stopped.
for AMC and GameStop, which is more than BBIG.
How do you guys know the ticker for Volkswagen?
I mean, they don't trade it anymore.
It is. Hold on, I'll find it. It's Volkswagen.
You can bring it up.
Oh fuck, where is it?
Yeah,
I don't
Tesla
remember
was
his
shorted heavily at one point, right?
No, Volkswagen wasn't even that heavily short. It was like 11%.
Yeah, and then
No.
Porsche
Tesla
bought all
also
their
had a
fucking
short squeeze in
stocks.
2020, or didn't it? Or 2019?
Imagine that, dude. 11%, and it's close
Try
to like
VWAGY.
$1,100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Literally, yeah. Just imagine, dude.
And that was just like 1 week.
The reason why VW went up so high is because the government was in it with Porsche, and the government called VW and said, "We will settle with you for X amount of money. We'll give you $1,000 a share in order to settle." So that's why it went up to there. Very few actual people got
Guys,
into it.
welcome to corruption over here. Look at this.
What is that?
This is naked?
What is that?
This is naked.
What the fuck?
That's AMC. It's GameStop.
The
All
fuck
those
is creeping
shorts.
up on it right there? What is that shit?
Those are shorts.
Oh,
that
they just
never covered.
reappear?
It used to be. It used to be
So
1,000.
the orange on the bottom is the shorts, right?
Yeah. This is selling that basically. I mean, it's frozen, so it's not. It's
How
not
does that
fractaling.
flip?
Look at that.
how
It
does
just
that
spits.
flip?
It just spits shorts out.
To back out.
So the Volkswagen ticker
Look
that
at
you're
this.
looking for is VLKAF.
Look at that. It just spits shorts out.
So once it passes to the left side of it, it should be smooth if they cover.
Oh
right?
no! This entire thing should be moving if it's legit. See how it's not moving at all?
The reason it's not moving.
It's this is the black hole. This is the black hole.
It literally looks like a wave, like a tsunami, kind of.
And how often is there a pass through on that?
It's everything just passes through. Look at this, like this point, whatever this is, when they covered,
Yeah, I think
it's squeezed, and they never. This entire thing, all these shorts that went through, they just suppressed the entire volume.
6 cents.
Look how they used to be opposite here.
They push out waves right before. What the hell?
Look at that.
That's synthetic?
And then in beginning of 2020, they phased them together.
They push out a mirror wave of the buying pressure to keep
This
it
is
down.
where it
Essentially,
happens.
is that what we're looking at?
Look at this.
We need somebody to mute themselves. Somebody's got a lot of feedback echo coming on because their speaker's a little too loud. Please.
Do you want me to put a dildo on my butt?
Please do. Please do.
Done.
Yeah. Do you see that point though on the graph where like everything just warps around it though?
Which one?
Like right. Coming up.
It's at like the biggest mark for volume.
This thing right here?
Sorry, no, to the right where it says 0.661.
Oh, this?
Yeah. Like watch the orange line. It starts now.
Right. Yeah. How it's like spits it out. Look at this. You see this right here? That's the moment where
Wow, dude, this is the moment right here where they like.
So
they
it's
burn
fine.
space with each
It's like a
other.
wormhole. It's like a fucking wormhole.
How do they do this? Like before, it's like they're individuals.
They use.
But over here, like they fuse them.
So, is there like a chart that we can see that how it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, I showed you.
Yeah.
Look, I'll show you Apple.
The way their algorithm is trading, it's all computerized, and it's using, Pythagorean theorem. They're trading different kinds of swaps, derivatives, futures.
See how Apple is like
Wow. Yo, pay attention to right here.
Look at this.
Pay attention to 129 on both charts.
Look at this. On Apple. This is how it naturally moves.
Okay.
See how it's fractaling everywhere?
That is the black hole right there. That's the black hole spawning.
I see that. All right.
There's like the Apple doesn't even have a black hole. It doesn't even have anything. It just moves because it's natural.
That's better because it just kind of expands and contracts.
Right.
And here we go. What are we doing here?
But for the for the most part, it's just buyers.
So which one's got the list?
Could you show us? Could you show us again real quick, since everybody just saw what more natural, healthy movement looks like? Could you show us what GameStop and AMC look like side by side, so that people can see the way that they're kind of going inverse? Because they're
guys, look at this. Initially, the heaviest point is right here, 129, I believe, on both stocks, and then it kind of establishes a heavier point at the run-up to 72 over here, and it transfers over if you pay attention to these two floors. As this one gets lighter, this one gets heavier.
So when
GameStop hasn't done another one. AMC has.
Let's see it. So these yellow lines basically converge. So GameStop's yellow line is turning into AMC's blue line, and vice versa. That's what's going on at these points. And when he lines them up, the viewers on YouTube, we got almost 500 people in here, almost 400 people, excuse me. Everyone, kind of pay attention to the way that they're literally going in opposites. So they're trading in opposites. They're offset by 3 months, and the way that these lines intersect, they pretty much use the VIX, the UVIX, in order to pass through each other, kind of like a wormhole, in the way that the algorithm is trading, buying and selling shorts and synthetics, and it's creating this Pythagorean theorems, based triangles. And when they're extended here, check it out now. I'll shut up.
Yeah, unnatural. It looks unnatural compared to the Apple one.
It's just frozen.
Yeah.
Like AMC and GME is just frozen.
At
They have
one area.
that's the black hole. When the squeeze is created, they're using that squeeze, whatever they did for that. They're just freezing it in time and space, and they're letting the shorts just like go through like nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Incoming. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
It gets propelled and nothing happens.
That's crazy.
So we're technically entering the next triangle, of which is Pythagorean theorem that you have on the chart here.
Hopefully soon.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Tomorrow, I hope.
That's the
Friday.
case, if that's the case, it should track to the and finish that triangle at the point, and then repeat the next leg.
Oh, dude, it goes infinite. It goes infinite until the shorts cover. It goes infinite.
Okay. So if we do hit that, hypothetically, the tip of that next triangle, which I think Lou said
So the like what I have. Let me go back to AMC. Hold on. So what I have here. Where is this? How do I track this down? Hold on.
You have to I think you just have to put it to one stock.
So what I have here is basically when the ratio of the equation of the sigma, it brings me to connect to the 7262. Now the off change, this puts the bracket where the squeeze happens and exchanges it right basically in, you guys can get it, but like right when this happens, the crossover happens right before it. Like almost all the time. And it happens like here too. Man, how do I zoom this in? Hold on. Let me go to daily.
Every time they cross over is when we have when we have a shoot up.
Yeah, like and when it's like at the squeeze, it's when it's spread apart. It's
got it. So if we do catch this next leg up, that is astronomical, so to speak. Do you see how could they really wrestle this down from such a high price point, assuming that someone used the analogy that the sun and the moon can both be at the top or whatever.
You're asking the question is how can the feds print trillions of money while we're like 58 trillion in debt already, probably?
Well, no, I get that. I guess it's if we do see price points that are like AMC at 400, 600, and GME also being the moon up at very high levels also, can they wrestle that back down?
To be honest, looking what happened on January, guys, this was not even shorts covering.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yo, these things line up way too much for the following week.
Yeah, but
look at this one. Look at this fucking orange line right here.
It's not a coincidence. It's all an algorithm.
I said like about like 2 weeks ago it was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen 2 weeks ago. But, so,
Guys,
Between this spike over here,
I need one of you to mute your mic if you're not speaking, please. There's so much feedback.
approximately less than a month.
I literally have
And the
to
last
like.
time it spiked over here.
Do you guys see this
less
monthly
than a
chart?
month.
By the way,
feedback and you're watching a stream, turn the stream volume itself down.
Mine.
I know you're fine.
No, you're good.
Somebody's speakers are a little too loud, so it's kind of like reverberating. I'm just not sure what's going on.
It's not me. I know it is.
Because if you look on the monthly chart, it even shows that we're this month, whatever this thing is headed to, it's about to pop off.
Yep. I see it.
And whatever this is, I have to zoom out so much, even on the monthly, just to show you how I can't even. It doesn't even compare. This is the next triangle, and I can't even bring it up to 632. I have to scroll to bring it up. Like, is there a yearly chart? 1 year. This is a year. It's still nothing.
Oh my god.
AMC will look like I don't know what to call it.
The Sirius Tower.
Look at this. Oh, this kind of shows a better picture. So this is the triangles. This is the logs that I was doing calculations. They were trying to short it further down. It got denied a little bit here. Then they threw everything here in December 31st of 2020, which led to the March 20th. And it got slapped. This is it broke. They got slapped so hard that it went back to what December, what 2016 was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where they got slapped so hard that it went back to the original place where they started shorting it.
Yeah.
That's back in January. That's not even what it is now.
You know what this VI indicator reminds me of?
What?
The the clouds we see on Pyth or Pyth?
It's based on the I can't even say it. Some kind of Python code.
Oh.
It tracks, yeah, it tracks basically the volatility of selling and buying.
It got
This
opened
is
up. They're
it broke. They got slapped so hard that it went back to what
Yo, whoever's streaming, please be considerate.
where they got slapped so hard that it went back to the original.
Thank you.
But you look at the monthly. Heck, weekly looks weird, but monthly is all green. It's crazy.
Yeah, but look at January. It's like a triangle itself moving in. Much, but
Dude, you can see they started shorting it since.
Yeah.
This is the same pattern like we've been seeing all the time.
oh yeah,
Is that Weeble?
This is Weeble, yes.
Weeble.
some Doritos.
Guys, look what's, you know what's really funny? Guess what this looks like?
The same roundup from before. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Literally
Oh,
the same
so
fucking thing.
we're right at that halfway point then.
The same fractal to June and the same elongated fractal
Fucking ridiculous.
to January.
Oh
On the
my
monthly
God.
chart, by the way, on the monthly and the weekly, it's the same fractal we're working with.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, dude.
I can't even. It doesn't even show me like. I can't. It doesn't. The vortex indicator fails at this level for some odd reason.
Push it more to the right.
Alex, thank you for your donation. 25% of all donations go to charity. This month that's going to United States veterans. Alex asks, when we buy puts, we have a strike and an expiration date. Is it different for hedge funds, or is their expiration date just super far away? And I would say that it's the same date for everybody. You know, the date of the contract is the date of that contract, but I understand what you're saying, except the difference is they roll their contracts properly. And that's something that we need to learn how to do as retail, I guess. But good question.
Damn, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Hey, I didn't even realize bossblunts was in here, man.
Chilling with you, fam.
What's good, man? I actually discovered your channel like 2 days ago.
So that area on the right shouldn't be that static.
Oh, they're both January and June is static.
Yeah.
See this little hill down?
Yeah. It looks weird. It looks compared to that
it's
Apple
frozen time.
example.
Yeah, it's frozen time.
Wow.
It doesn't change because they don't deliver the shares.
Yeah.
That's why it's constantly just moving down the line. And then it's going, you know, it's getting spit out the other side in GameStop. And they're using the VIX.
Yep. Exactly.
Guys, what does this look like, by the way?
It's the opposite to what GameStop is doing.
No. Look at this. It's the same thing as this.
Yep.
It's the same crap to try to short it, and then it got slapped and went back up. Then they were like, whatever, I don't know what this even is. They're like trying to deliver some shares. I don't think so, though. I think they just got hit with a dark hole.
So what comes next here after that run up?
A massive ass squeeze.
Let's see that bitch.
Yeah, they probably just
get to this line.
Position or something.
Look, like this area. This is where the anus comes out. Look, that's like where, like boom, it opens up. Something comes out.
Big pile of shit.
But look what goes through. Look what goes through. Boom. Focus on this area right here.
Shorts being added.
Like from here to here, it's like adding into the short position.
Yeah. It's getting deeper.
And this area does not.
Allison, thank you very much for your generous donation. We appreciate you and we appreciate your support.
Like, look, that whatever that went through is appearing here now.
Look at that. That's insanity. It's almost as if it wasn't moving. If it wasn't animated, you could look at them side by side and think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Actually,
this is on a weekly.
if you turn the orange one upside down, it actually looked like the run up. It's an inverse.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks like that.
Oh yeah, because the orange is them covering. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. The selling.
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep now and wake up in pre-market.
Dude, it's just not moving.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Fuck, dude. Man,
Thanks for joining us, brother.
Orange line is them covering, and blue line is our volume.
No, this is all buying. The blue line is sorry. No, this is all volatility of volume. Blue line is buying and orange line is bearish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking nutty.
Alright, anybody who's watching Bro Cobra stream, I gotta get off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit.
Alright,
Right.
y'all. Hopefully this was some eye-opening.
Yes, it was.
Yep, tomorrow's run up, guys. Hell yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, by the chart, it looks like it's supposed to be like from here, so it's the May 24th, 25th. Who knows?
Yeah, it's supposed to go maybe $11 or $12 around like the.
God, I need it to be past 52. I don't want to lose my calls.
If it's the same as the run up, it should hit 56 tomorrow.
Yeah,
56 tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks like it wants. It looks like.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, it's ready to cross. It's supposed to be green day tomorrow, man.
It was ready like week ago.
Bro, if we go 56 tomorrow, I'm gonna go crazy.
I'm gonna show you guys some DD. This, if it creates this cup, I mean, it's actually at the handle right here, and the handle is at 52.31.
Yeah. So pre-market, we need to hit 49. Then we'll dip down to 47, and then that's when we're gonna start fucking going.
Wow.
And then it should hit maybe around 59, and the day at 54. That's if it does exactly what it did last time. With Lousy saying that it was a 90% like similarity, like I'm assuming that we do about the same thing.
This is where it got slapped, like right here. It got slapped again. Got slapped again. And this is where it wants to create that trend. I mean, it got slapped at 52. 52.79. So it's a little bit higher, but if it creates this robust area, I mean, it broke out from here, right? Cup handle breakout. So it's about to test this major from here. It created a cup right here. If it creates this handle here, it's breaking out next week. Looks like it. This is a big fat cup and handle, dude. Holy moly. Yeah, this could, because you look at this, like, what is this trend? Let me see.
Wow.
This the same thing happened here. You had that cup handle broke out. literally just broke out. It didn't even have time. It didn't even want to create a handle.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it leveled out for a little bit, but it just spiked up as soon as that last red day ended.
Yeah, and this looks
Thank you, Craig.
exactly what's going on like right here.
We might moon
where
next
it's like,
week.
it's going- Yeah. Very bullish, to be honest.
Whoa.
All
Good
right.
job, guys. Gotta go. See ya.
Yep.
Ape Nation.
Alright, y'all. I'll
That's
see you
been
guys
fun.
in the
Thank you,
pre-market.
guys.
Hey, man.
Have a good
Thank you
night.
for joining.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Later, y'all.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Peace, man.
Everybody.
Wow, that was incredibly fun. Holy shit. What a wonderful crew. If you weren't sure who we had in there, I will try to name them out for you. So you can keep an eye out for them on Twitter, maybe even YouTube. But we did have Zabi, Z-A-B-I. And I want to get Edward's last name, so I'm going to look for it real quick. There's a lot of members in here. Edward Brichuk, B-R-I-C-H-U-K. Very talented individual. Was showing us a lot of that information regarding the futures. We had Astro in here for quite a while. So he's awesome, fantastic dude, smart guy, Astro. A lot of people, I think, brush him off because he's a rocker. He likes to talk a lot of shit and just have a good time and get loud and rowdy. But yeah, the guy knows what he's talking about. I'll definitely give him that. And when we've got like these guys and we were all talking about with the margin situations and the liquidity situations going on with banks worldwide, when you have issues like Evergrande Bank, basically already being downgraded on their credit rating twice, that's pretty bad overall. So it ends up causing a lot of problems. And it's I have a feeling that Friday morning on the 17th, that bonds are probably going to dump really hard. There's going to be a huge fire sale. Fire sales pummel an already shaky real estate market. And it's the reason they halted sales of their bond about a day and a half ago was in order to get them to stop plummeting. And while that was occurring, owners of Evergrande Bank actually sold off almost all of their shares. So good luck to anybody that invested with Evergrande. And there's a lot of American banks as well as banks that are in Europe, Asia, Germany, and South America that were very heavily invested in Evergrande Bank. And when those bonds default, it's going to cause huge issues throughout the world economies. Huge issues all around. And there's something that I wanted to show you guys on Twitter real quick. Because we actually see we actually found out who owns the bonds outside of Evergrande Bank, outside of China, the who's backing these bonds. So let me check that. Let me show this to you. 1 second. Got this right off of a Bloomberg terminal, actually. Is this madness or what? Let's see. Holy shit. Sorry if I missed your chat, everybody. I don't mean to miss anybody's chat. I want to answer all questions I can. There's just a lot, and I can't get them all sometimes. Allison, thank you very much for your donation, as well as Craig Anthony as well. Both of you are very generous, and I look forward to giving 25% of that to United States Veterans Charity, probably the Gary Sinise nonprofit organization this month. Looks like their top holders of Evergrande bonds is Ashmore Group. They have multiple portfolios with a position of around 61,500, and that's probably shares and puts and calls. So that's, several of those are probably multiplied by 100 for the calls and puts. And then we've also got UBS, HSBC Holdings. You recognize that name? HSBC Bank has almost 27,000 shares in this position. So what do you guys think is going to happen, around the world with these guys? And we're at a point now where we just saw from all these futures contracts and the way that these cycles are running, that we're right at the end of the parabolic cycle. And as I showed you earlier in the stream on a Reddit post that I put up a couple days ago, AMC and GameStop were very, very highly manipulated over the last couple of days. Even though they lost value, they regained all of it back because a lot of these credit default swaps and futures contracts that have a 3-month, 6-month, 9-month, and 1-year expiration, some of them have over 12 years. Some of them are over 20 years old. And these futures contracts have to be rolled, and they do them in cycles, twice a year, once in March and once in September, the third Wednesday of every month. This month, September 2021, it was Wednesday, September 15th. And these futures trade on a T+1 settlement. That's why we saw some more, a lot of shorting, but still some more green on AMC and GameStop today than we did yesterday. And then some of these credit default swaps are on T+2 settlement dates. So that means after they made the purchases on the final date of Wednesday, that we should see the price action for that actual settling of these on Friday, September 17th. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, Josh says, I'm 39 and I remember 2008 like it was yesterday. This is identical to 2008, except this time we're on the winning side. Yeah, brother, you're absolutely right. The very few people that are invested in these plays, in my opinion, are going to go to the fucking moon and be part of the top 1% after this economic and stock market and real estate meltdown. Because this is a worldwide issue that we're having. Real estate and stock markets and bond markets in China are plummeting. Okay? This bank already hired bankruptcy attorneys, and they're restructuring right now, and they're about to file for bankruptcy for restructuring. And they're probably not even going to be able to because they've got $600 billion in liabilities, if I see correctly. That's the same as Lehman Brothers. Sorry, $300 billion pile of liabilities, whereas Lehman Brothers had $600 billion pile of liabilities. So it's not looking good anyway. See, and they had pre-sale liabilities. That means that they had 1.4 million people. I'm sorry, more than that. 1.4 million properties that they had agreed to build that they never built. And that's $270 billion worth in American dollars. That's over 1.3 trillion Chinese yuan. And that's just what we know of. So what do you think is going to happen? China has a vacancy rate of almost 42% as far as we know right now. They're destroying blocks and blocks of apartment buildings all at once. So I remember 2008 very clearly. And you've got companies like this worldwide that are going to be probably doing a flash sale of a lot of these assets. You got BlackRock up here, Prudential. How many of you guys have Prudential, with 401ks and other sorts of IRAs? I don't know. Invesco, Pictet Funds, Teachers Insurance, all of these guys, as of this Bloomberg terminal, as of September 15th, 2021, hold these asset positions in multiple portfolios. So that means more than one of their assets and portfolios could take a serious hit. Well, not could. Potentially probably will, I guess you could say. China is, I don't know about China shorting its own market. I don't know what they plan to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they let them default so that they can take all those real estate assets. So we don't really know what's going to happen next. I do expect that the bond market's probably going to get derailed. And we already know that European bonds, or European junk bonds, went negative for the first time a couple days ago. This is nothing new. United States is next. The 3-month is at 0.04, it looks like. The United States Treasury is flat. In case you didn't know, this is what the 10-year yield looks like, a constantly descending trend. That's the same thing goes for the 3-month and everything else. We've got daily yield treasury curve rates. I'll show you real quick and then we'll wrap it up. This is about enough. The 3-month yield is actually going down, as well as the 6-month. The 1 year is flat. But even in a matter of a few days, you can see it changing. As of September 16th, the 3-month yield is now back to 0.04. It only went up to 0.06 for 1 day. Back down to 0.04. Okay, the 5-year, it's at 0.84, and the 10-year we know is at 1.34. Yeah, this 10-year yield should be 5.5 to 6.5% or more. So this is complete garbage. So on that note, I think we've had about enough bad news and good news. I expect Friday, I hope, but I expect it to be a wonderful day for AMC and GameStop, and a terrible day for bonds and the stock market, sadly. I'm surprised that gold hasn't shot through the roof yet. It's actually down a little bit. That's surprising. All right. Hey, that's not a bad thing, I guess. Not if you're looking to buy it. That's a nice looking chart. I see. So it inflected downwards a little bit as the S&P got towards its highs, and it's probably coming back around. Cool. Well, that's great to know. Good information again. Thanks again, everybody. And in case you were wondering, the United States Treasury actually sold a bunch of mortgage-backed securities, junk bonds, and stopped paying Medicare payments to marketplace participants like doctors and hospitals, as well as took a bunch of money from the economic recovery program. They started the day with $211 billion, and thankfully, old Yeller, Janet Yellen, sold a bunch of mortgage-backed securities and junk bonds from the government to end the day at $344.6 billion. So that's a good thing. The United States may not default before October 1st if we're lucky. Because the way things are looking, we will go into a government shutdown October 1st, as that's the beginning of the first of the fiscal year, first day of the fiscal year. If they don't have an agreement on the debt ceiling, on the infrastructure bill, and on the $3.5 trillion spending package, as well as everything else that accompanies this fucking infrastructure bill. Because there's a lot in that bill, like cryptocurrency regulation, that's going to fuck over a lot of people. Look, HHS marketplace payments in the month of September, that's this 0, and this today 0. The date of this was Wednesday, September 15th. It's the most recently available one, and that's where we're at. So they paid 0 towards Medicare prescription drugs. They paid 0 towards your doctors and hospitals all month already. And then down here, you can see that they took out almost $75 billion from the economic recovery program. $75 billion. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes here, and all we need is a little bit of a stock market crash to cause some liquidations and some margin calls and some short squeezes, and that might lead us to a mother of all short squeezes. So who knows? Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight and for your support. I could not appreciate you more. Thanks again, and have a great night. Peace and wealth.